Hey, the Steves are talking already.
Hey, alright, welcome to the Tuesday show. What's going on, everybody? My name is Ultra David.
I'm James Chen. Steve?
Hello, Steve.
Did you mute them?
No, they're not muted. They should be up. Steve is frozen.
TastySteve, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this. Steve is frozen.
Well, Skype blew up.
He is.
Can we still hear
he's
you
making
guys?
us up. He's definitely not frozen right now. He's just hella good at this. He did this to me once in real life, and I thought he was dead. He's not frozen, guys. He's okay.
Are you sure?
I'm definitely just joking.
Was that
He
him just signing off?
I think he just signed off. Okay. We'll see if we can get him back up. Hang on one second here. Let's do this real quick. Let's go back over here. Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone. Let's call him again. Technology. We really should just do Discord next time.
Definitely, let's do that.
Because this is not good.
Oh, Steven.
Call
failed.
Why?
Here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna
Yo,
talk...
he said his power went off on his block.
Well, he's definitely done that. That sucks, man.
Oh, snap.
No, he said he's jumping back on. He's jumping back on right now.
Oh.
Yo, dude.
Okay, he's got some method of making that happen. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Capcom Cup and our predictions. I don't know if we're going to go through the entire bracket because that might take a long time. But we are going to at least make our predictions for the winner's side, and if that doesn't take forever, then we'll do the losers.
Right.
We'll also talk about the Battle for the Stones. We're going to talk about some rules lawyering. And, you know, the Battle for the Stones themselves are very ambiguous in their rules. So I'm going to go through a little bit of my thoughts on what they should, the actual interpretation should be. We're going to talk about the Marvel Infinite DLC characters that just came out. And so forth.
Sick.
Yeah, one of the things that I want to mention is that there are a lot of fires going off here in Southern California right now. And I know, for example, Maximilian has been without power for like the last 6 hours or so. So he hasn't been able to stream. I'm wondering if that's what's going on.
Other side of
right,
SoCal.
because that's SoCal, right? So I don't know what the heck happened to Steven. So Steven just
Like, the fires are in Ventura County and Steven's on the other side of us.
You know what? Screw it. I'm putting up Mr. Steve Scott here for now.
That's fine. Yeah, just, you know, whenever Steven can come back on, let us know.
All right. Yep.
Of course.
He said he was jumping back on. He said, but I know, like you said, the power thing is actually affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Even some of the people not close to the fire. I don't know how it works. I feel like never being exposed to this kind of action before, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the fires are up in Ventura County, so I mean that sucks. That's where I'm from, so that's bad. You know, good luck to everybody out there.
Right.
But fires are basically a every single year sort of thing. So
yeah, but I thought we already went through a lot of the fires.
It's crazy to have fire season continuing into December.
Right, exactly. Fire season usually around September, October, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Right, and now it's still going on right now.
Still going on.
All right. Well, we're still waiting for Mr. Stephen Lyon to call back on. So,
well, before we do that, what I did my fantasy bracket on was a couple of things. So Smash GG has a fantasy thing that you can pick where you pick 8 players and you decide sort of the value of each one of them. You can only spend so much money, and each of the players is valued in a certain way, and so you pick your fantasy bracket in the sense that you only pick 8 players.
right.
It's not the full bracket.
It's a performance fantasy bracket, basically.
Correct.
Oh, okay. All right,
But there's
all right.
also FGCBattles.com, and on that one you can go there and you can create a complete bracket.
Right. I think we're all getting buzzed. I think we're all getting buzzed by Steven in group chat. He's telling us that he is jumping back on.
What's up?
Oh,
Hey.
there he goes. Oh, you're back on. Sweet.
Everything's coming back right now. Yeah,
Oh,
power
yeah,
went
there we
out
go.
in my
Okay.
block.
Crazy.
That's so. Was it the whole block that went out?
Yeah, I looked outside and the street lamps and everything. They just went, and then they
Jesus.
the emergency power kicks in and they come back on. That's like how you check, right? You look to see
Right,
if the street
yeah,
lights
yeah.
went up.
Remember,
And then I saw my neighbor's lights flicking back on and off. I was like, well, all right,
back in 1994 when the Northridge earthquake happened, so many, power was shut down in all of Southern California, basically. And there were calls into the police station from people who saw all these lights up in the sky, and they were confused because they had never seen the Milky Way before. That is a true story.
Oh my god.
They're like, what is that?
Sky! So,
Never heard of it.
has everybody made their bracket?
Yeah, I got my bracket.
I'm still making it right now.
Look at Steve type away over there. He's like an old man.
Fuck you.
Trying to find them.
He's like over there typing away.
You can see me? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, of course, man. That's how technology works.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Oh, man. Hey, shout-outs to Katana Prime in the chat. What's going on?
Hey, Katana Prime. What it do?
Oh, man.
All
Steve's
right.
over there. He's got his reading glasses shoved up his nose.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do here? So we're just going to start with the bracket then? We're just going to go straight to it? Look, we're going to
First
start...
of all, what I'd like to talk about, since this is in the very first matchup, is who's going to win the last chance qual.
Right. Okay, that's a good question. Who do you have winning the last chance quals, Mr. Steven Lyon?
So I haven't made my own prediction for it. I thought that there was about 4 to 5 people that I would reasonably do it. The short list was basically MOV, Nemo, Storm Kubo, and there was one other player that I had in mind. I made a Stream Monster bracket, which was where all the chat got to decide who was going to be the winner of Capcom Cup. They got to vote on every match,
Sick.
and they voted Nemo. So I'm just leading with Nemo, but
Fair enough.
Yeah, in my bracket, I think it's either Nemo or Storm Kubo is what I'm hoping.
Okay.
Dang.
All right.
What about you, Steve? Mr. Tasty? Mr.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it to MOV.
MOV. Okay, I like that. And then who do you have?
It's a stretch, but
It's not that. Look, he made top 8 at Evo. That is not a stretch.
Look,
right?
man.
Yeah, MOV is really
We're
good.
a whole new monster, man. This is we're working in new realms of reality.
Right,
I feel like anything could happen, but
Okay.
He's a good player. I have Kava.
Kava's a good choice.
Kava.
Oh God, yeah.
Let's do it.
So I had Nemo as well. So I guess for the purposes of our discussion here, we're going to call last chance qualifier Nemo.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
whoever your last chance qualifier is, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be somebody good, regardless. There's no doubt about it.
All right. So if we actually have that, okay, let's just do this round by round then. And
do it.
again, if we run into a tie, I'm going to set up a poll, and I'm going to have the viewers vote on that again, like we did last year.
Sounds good.
That's cool. So we're just going to start with the winner side. If this goes really fast, then we'll jump to the loser side and find out what's going on. But I think, just for sake of time, I don't think we need to do the entire bracket.
Alrighty.
So let's just start with the first match, which is the doozy right here, which some people, I think it was Gustavo who mentioned on Twitter that it actually feels like Punk going up against the last chance qualifier is actually kind of crappy for the first place person. I think we all kind of agree on that. That might change next year, but we'll see what happens. But Punk versus last chance qualifiers, which is either Nemo or Kaba or MOV. Who do you have winning that, David?
I got Punk. Regardless.
Okay. Steve, Tasty, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Punk as well. I mean, I feel like it's not too many people he would not be prepared to beat, and even if so, 3 out of 5 all the way through is definitely something that benefits a player like Punk in some of these instances. So I'm gonna just go with Punk right out of the gate.
Okay. And Steven, what do you have?
Yeah, I have Punk also.
Okay.
All right.
And
all right.
I have Punk. So
Makes
it
sense.
doesn't matter who comes out of the last chance qualifiers. We have Punk going forward in the first round. Sounds
Dead.
good. All right. Well, this is where things start getting a little bit more interesting because the next matchup here we have Berlino versus Daigo Umahara.
Who would make this interesting? Why don't you start, James?
All right, sure.
Can't imagine somebody would make this interesting.
So they played each other last year. Daigo went 3-0 against Berlino. And Daigo this year has Guile, and I think he's been doing well with Guile, so I feel like Daigo is going to take this one.
That seems very reasonable.
All right, Steven, what do you say?
Yeah, I have Daigo winning. I think it's going to be a close match, but yeah, I think he's like the slight favorite for me. Okay. Maybe like 60-40.
Well, I do know that Steve likes to throw in those upsets. What do you got, Steve?
Nah, man, can't bet against Daigo, bro. Don't even try to put that evil on me, man.
All right. Well, then it sounds like we almost have a unanimous Daigo vote here, huh?
Yeah, dude.
I'm sure David did not vote for Doug. I'm like 100% sure.
What? Why? Yeah, I picked Berlino.
Fans, David. That's why no one believes you, okay? I don't trust you anyway.
I've never seen Daigo wear orange pants in my life. There's no possible way that David would vote for him, honestly.
I got those orange pants on right now.
Do you really? Those are like the only pants you own, I think.
I feel like that's the case.
Damn, he's got the Red Bull sweater from last year and the orange pants. He just needs the maroon glove, the burgundy gloves. He's gonna come in like a surgeon.
Cold, bro.
I feel like David is like a comic book character. He has like 9 pairs of those orange pants, man.
Sweet. Anyway, yeah, I got Berlino. I think that he's the kind of guy who's taken out some of the top players in the world in the past. It's happened for him. Daigo is a pretty good player. He might be able to make a career out of this.
Yeah.
But look, you can't pick a bracket like this going with the number 1 seed every single time. You got to pick some weird ones.
Yes.
You got to put a curveball in there. And that's my curveball, at the start at least.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this one's interesting. The next one is going to be Kazunoko, who has top 3 the last 2 years at Capcom Cup, going up against Big Bird from the United Emirates here. Now, what makes this one interesting, in my opinion, is that Big Bird could possibly go with Zeku.
Yeah.
Zeku is a very set play heavy character, and he will punish you for hitting wake up buttons because of Automatic and the rest of that crew. So I actually feel like that Big Bird has a good chance to surprise Kazunoko, despite how crazy Kazunoko is. So this is one of my upsets.
Okay.
I am going to pick Big Bird.
Okay.
It was really hard for me to pick. I flip-flopped on this one a lot. You guys will see this, actually. But I flip-flopped a lot on this, but I'm going to go with Big Bird on this one.
All right, who do you got next?
Let's go to...
You're calling it.
Let's go to Steven. What do you got?
Yeah, I think Kaz is gonna dunk him. I think he'll try. I think he'll try Zeku, and Kazunoko will be ready for it. And his record against Big Bird is really good. So as much as I want Zeku to win, like I've been playing Zeku, so I'm a big Large Bird fan. But I don't know, man. It's just hard. I think it's super hard to upset Kazunoko in something like this. Honestly, I have Kaz making it pretty damn deep though. So. It might just be because of that. But yeah, I think I like Kazunoko.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, as good as Big Bird's a ridiculous player. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kazunoko's too good, man. Like I feel like he's too good. It's not like he's only good at this game. It's not like he has nerves or anything that's gonna slow him down. You legitimately have to be a better player than Kazunoko to beat him. And I don't think, as good as Big Bird is, gonna take a lot more counting 1, 2, 3 on Sesame Street to make him beat Kazunoko. Sorry,
it's true.
I'm just gonna give it to my boy Kaz, man.
Okay. So Kazunoko is gonna move forward then on this bracket. Well, what do you have?
What about David?
Yeah, I also have Kazunoko. I think that I think he's gonna be prepared. I don't think he's the kind of guy who's gonna come in unprepared for a matchup, especially knowing he's gonna play against Big Bird in first round.
Yeah, he beat Big Bird like 3-2 at like Hong Kong Esports Festival, and then he dunked him at the Tower of Pride. So yeah, I like Kaz.
Okay. All right. Next round is going to be Cien versus Mena RD. This one is one of the ones that makes me sad because these are both players that I want to go far. In particular, I'd love to see Mena RD in the Dominican Republic actually perform really well in this tournament. And first round, he's got to fight Cien.
Yeah, this is the match that I was the most 50-50 about, I think, in the first round.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Well, so who did you pick then? Who did you pick?
So I thought about this one a long time. It was a match that I had to I was like, all right, well, maybe if this happens or that happens. But I think that if you look at the trajectory of the players, Cien had a really good start to the year and then has not had a great time since then. And Mena's kind of flipped. Like, I think he's had a really good last half of 2017. So, yeah, I picked Mena to win.
Ooh,
dang, all right.
Okay, I like it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I could not really find records of them playing on stream or anything. I went back to try to watch it, and I never saw them play each other. Okay. Maybe they played in bracket off stream somewhere, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ultra David.
Yo.
Who do you have?
I got Cien making it pretty far. I think that he is ridiculous. I think he's coming into this thing as, in my view, I feel like he's not the favorite, but just outside of the favorites is where I have him.
Okay. I personally have it so that Cien is winning this one, mostly because, he hasn't really played in a lot of tournaments since, like, in the last few months, but I think that he's just...
Since, like, EVO, basically.
Yeah, I think he's just, like, practicing, saving up. I think he'll be fine. Cien is one of those tech monsters. I don't know if he'll be caught by too much surprise by Birdie, so I have Cien. And what about you, Mr. TastySteve?
So, I don't know if, like, we've been looking at Mena make, like, quite the climb when it comes to, like, he's beaten, like, some big names. He's beaten Daigo. Like, so, like, I don't know how you could count him out, and I'm not saying that I am. But Cien he's a lab monster, man. I feel like it's really hard pressed to get him in a situation that he's unprepared for. Mena RD is definitely a surprising player because he kind of puts you on tilt, right? Like, he legitimately makes you question every decision. And I feel like he won't be able to force Cien to make any decision that he does not want to. And that's why I think Cien, he'll definitely take it. Not definitely, but it's going to be a close one with Cien.
Ah, dang. Okay, for a second there, I thought you were going to go Mena RD. I was getting the poll all ready to go. I didn't get a chance to bring out the poll. Okay.
Cien's going to eat a fat boot, I'm telling you.
It wouldn't surprise me that much, but I
all right, so I like this, right? Because 2 rounds ago, I picked Big Bird, which was kind of the upset. I'm sorry, 2 rounds ago, you picked Berlino over the B. Last round, I picked Big Bird over Kazunoko. This round, we have Steven picking Mena RD over Cien. So TastySteve so far is the only one that has not gone against the grain yet, which is odd.
Straight shooter.
He's almost always the one.
Straight shooter. Wait, Nate. First off, y'all called me a fence rider. Now I'm a straight shooter. Then last year I was indecisive. Look, man, I don't know what I got to do to make
you pick 5 picks in a top 3, you know?
That sounds like somebody who's indecisive to me.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
All right.
That one's really good, but so is that. Oh, man, but he's so good, too. I'm like, oh, man, this guy's just making shit up.
Am I wrong? I'm not making it up. They are good.
All right. Let's go to the next round here. We've got Haitani versus Sako Noko.
Yeah, we all picked Haitani. Come on.
Well, the last time these two played, Sako actually won 3-2. It was a really close set about 2.5 months ago or so.
Okay.
And my belief is that when players trade sets like this, if the last set, whoever won it, I think usually it flips to the other person. So yeah, that's the reason I voted Haitani. But
I love it. I love the logic.
It was really. If you watch it, it's very close. I think it was at Hong Kong Esports Festival, or that sounds about right.
I'm thinking that's what. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Did you pick Haitani as well, or Sako, Mr. Tasty?
I definitely picked Haitani. I feel like he's I can trust his overall season, like this year, has been a little rocky, but I feel like he's more consistent than Sako in some of these instances. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to go with Haitani.
Yeah, I personally just can't see Haitani not doing well at this tournament. So just by playing through the averages, and Sako, obviously he hasn't traveled as much. He's been busy. So he's barely squeaked in here. So that's not an indication of how good he is, but still I think that Haitani's going to take this.
I just think he's too consistent. It's so tough to play against Haitani in the first round because he's just so consistent. It almost never happens if he loses early. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next round is going to be Justin Wong versus Moke. Justin Wong, who is currently 0-6.
He's never won a match at Capcom Cup.
Capcom Cup, yeah. He has potential to go 0-4 this year if he loses in Marvel and Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, okay. Well, okay, so let's start with David. Who do you got between Moke and Justin Wong?
I actually have Justin here. And part of this is because he beat Moke at Canada Cup. Mm-hmm. It was a close set.
It was a close set, 2-1.
But that's part of it. The other part of it is that Justin has been talking about how he has felt better and better in Street Fighter the more he plays Marvel. And I know he's been playing a lot of Marvel. And I feel like that's going to result in him playing better in Street Fighter 5.
I mean, that's actually one of the things people said early on, was that Marvel players were doing well in Street Fighter, because Street Fighter is kind of similar. Just like you want to avoid getting put into the knockdown. You know what I mean? It's that kind of situation where Marvel players seem to... Remember, Ray was doing well at the beginning of Season 1, etc., etc. So,
all right.
Based off of the fact that Justin beat Moke at Canada Cup, and I just feel like he's going to take one this year. I feel like he's going to take one this year.
Oh, man, you sound like the encouraging father. You can do this, son.
Dude, That's 100% probably what I'm at right
Get
now.
some ice cream after this. Who cares if you go 0-8 or 0-20 for all that matter? You're the best, kiddo.
I'm going to put Justin winning this one. So, Tasty, what do you got?
Justin won't. I think Justin's going to take it as well. Like, I think he's going to win as well. All I'm saying is, like, I mean, it's a little bit of what David said, as well as just looking at how his offense has gotten a lot better if you, like, apply the fact that he's been playing a lot of Marvel. So, that, and given the fact that I just feel like Justin's going to, I'm a fanboy of Justin on top of that, and I feel like he's going to outplay him. So every way that I think about it, I just feel like Justin's going to win.
Okay. Mr. Steven, I heard the little snicker there, or the psh, in disbelief. What do you got?
You guys are killing me. I was laughing at Steve. He was talking all that smack. Oh, yeah, I got Justin wrong. Like, it was a fast turnaround. Justin did play Mocha Canada Cup. It was not close. It was 2-0. Justin smoked them.
Oh, it was 2-0. It was 2-0, but every one of the... That's right. Every round every game was 2-1 is what it was. Yeah. It was really close.
It definitely could have been the other way.
Yeah.
I like Justin to take it, too, actually. I voted for Justin to take it.
Oh, my God. We have doomed Justin.
Yeah.
No, actually...
just because of tournament results, for Justin. And I think that matchup's pretty decent for Karen. It's like she can fight it, so I don't know. I think she'll be fine. So I also have Justin going. He doesn't make much further than this on my bracket, but yeah, he wins this one.
Is that the first unanimous one that we've picked?
Yes, that's the first unanimous
one.
No.
Damn, Justin, you got a loser's bracket early, bro.
We had Punk. We all had Punk as well. So we have all Punk and we all have Justin. So I was about to say we might have cursed Justin, but Flo is not on this panel. And he did not pick. So if he was here and he voted for Justin, then Justin's done. So next one. This one was probably one of the hardest ones for me to pick personally, which is Itabashi Zangief versus Phenom.
Oh yeah.
We skipped Problem X Strider.
Oh, you're right. Problem X. Oh no, wait. No, not. Oh, you know what? Challenge has it listed backwards.
Different? Okay.
I'm sorry, FGC Battles has it listed backwards. Then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
At Itabashi Phenom.
Yeah, you know what? Regardless, they're the same place.
It's the same spot, yeah.
Yeah, so let's just do Itabashi versus Phenom over here. So, in my opinion, I think Phenom is crazy enough that Itabashi might not be able to read him, because that's how Itabashi wins. He just reads you. And Phenom is crazy enough. But... again, Itabashi is just one of those guys. He has Zangief. Zangief is scary. I know Zangief versus Necalli's not a great matchup for Zangief, but in my opinion, in any case. But I think, I don't know. It's so hard for me to go against Itazan. I just feel like Itazan is going to be able to do this and smile and chuckle his way through this match. I think this one's going to be super close, but I've got Itazan going for this one. So, Tasty, what do you got?
I feel like after like hanging out and traveling with Phenom, especially like after the E-League thing, like I know what kind of preparation he does just for character matchups, like just to keep people on their toes. Stop making that face, Sajam. I can see you, okay? I can see your face. All right, guys.
I just think it's. I don't know. I'm just listening.
I just think it was. I knew he was about to say so. Either way, I'm gonna go against my better judgment, and I'm gonna give it to Phenom. Just based off of that. I feel like Itabashi definitely is more in his strength to dunk Phenom, but I also feel like Phenom definitely could beat Itabashi. It's not that big of a thing, even if it is not that good of a matchup. So I'm going to just stick to my guns. I'll stick with Phenom.
Okay. David, what do you got?
Well, I'm a big Zangief and Itazan fan, which is why it pains me to pick Phenom here.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
It's historically not a great matchup for Phenom, but... I do think that, like I said, I got to pick a couple that are against the grain in order to have an accurate bracket, because it's never the case that brackets are 100%.
Okay.
And this is one of them that I'm going to do.
Oh, okay. So you got Phenom then. Oh, well, okay, Mr. Stephen Lyon, Mr. Sajam. Are we going to have a poll, or are we going to have Phenom moving on? What do you got for us?
Yeah, this is an interesting one for me. I'm very 50-50 about this matchup, mostly because Phenom's record in tournament against Geef is like 3-7. His record against Itabashi is 4-1 in Itabashi's favor.
Yeah,
Itabashi has beat him 4 times this year. In fact, he beat him back at DreamHack Sweden as well. But Phenom gave me the lore. He gave me the lore himself. He was in Japan about a week ago, or a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
And he played against Itabashi in a long set, and it was 10-4 in Phenom's favor.
Dang.
So... Intel. Yeah, because of the fact that he played Itabashi in a long set, I think that Itabashi will have room to study now, and I'm going to give it to Itabashi Zangief.
Oh,
so I think we're split, right?
Yep, we are split. Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
All right, I just opened a new poll. So if you want to vote, make sure you do exclamation mark vote and then Itazan or exclamation mark vote Phenom. And make sure you capitalize that over there. So we actually have a new vote. We have a poll coming up here for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Yes, it is James's poll. That is correct.
There's finally one Phenom. Two Phenoms.
Let's go.
Yeah, this was a hard match for me to pick, honestly.
Yeah.
This one and the Sien match, I think, were the ones I struggled with the most in first round.
This one, I think, was the one that this one and the Big Bird Kazunoko one, I kind of had a little trouble because I had to pick an upset, like David said.
Yeah,
you have to pick an upset, and that was one of the ones that I went with. This one, however, was I literally just didn't know where to go with this one. I just went based off of Itazan's, experience, his age. I went with the old man. I voted for the old man. Yeah, I went for the old man. So
ageism.
And, oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Are you going to close it? What do we got?
All right, I'm going to close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, closed.
All right, what do we got here?
This is not good here.
This is a blow-up.
This is not good. So let's actually get this screen capture here for you guys.
I bet it's a blowout.
It's a blowout.
Bam! There we go. That is the result right there. We have Phenom getting dunked
by
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1.
Right, James, you're over there. You all right over there?
Yeah.
Dunked. 0.9% of you are being jerks over there.
That was Hanzo.
That was Hanzo Gonzo being a shithead.
Of course.
No nobody but Hanzo Gonzo. He's taking a crap on the floor right now. Like, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Probably. He's just like, man, Marvel Cat's fine.
Alright, so Itazan moves on.
He's like not a human being.
Itazan moves forward in that bracket. So then now let's get to the bracket you were talking about, which was Problem X versus 801 Strider. Steven, you sounded eager to talk about that one. What do you got?
Oh, man, this one's tough. Character matchup, I think this is not an easy draw for Problem X. In fact, I think this is a much better draw for Strider than the original bracket where he had to play Yukidon. I think that would have been a dunk. I think the Yukidon would have beat him, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, now in this situation, I think that character matchup is in favor of Strider, but I think player matchup would be favor for Problem X. Okay. He does struggle against some of the European Laura sometimes, but I think his experience is going to be a big deal. And he's been killing it this half of the year, honestly. Both of them have been riding momentum. I just like Problem X to take it.
Okay. David, what do you got?
I also have Problem X. I think that his second half of the year is one of the best in the world, his performance, that is. And he has a lot of experience against high-level Laura, because Europe is full to the brim of them. And he's won big old majors over the Lauras in the past. So... that's my pick. I think it's a tough draw for Strider too, in the sense that very few people in the world play Bison at that level and in that way. And it's kind of hard to get matchup experience against a Bison who is that talented. So.
Yeah, I kind of agree with David on all accounts, basically, right there. As much as I love 801 Strider, but Problem X is playing on fire. In fact, I have him largely kind of as like the dark horse of this tournament.
Ooh,
so
spoilers.
I feel like he has such a good chance to go far in this tournament. He's been killing it, so I have Problem X as well. And Mr. TastySteve, what do you got?
Yeah, I've been talking about Problem X, about how impressed I am about his second half of the season as well. He's actually, it's not like he's fallen off. It's just as the game has progressed, he's gotten that much better. And if you look at his results at every event that he's been to, it's surprising to some, but like not to me. And that's why I think Problem X will take it.
Okay, so we've got another unanimous Problem X vote. Get dunked 801 straight. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
for sure.
Damn, I was like, James, pull it back a little bit, bro.
He can dunk all of us by himself.
Oh, yeah. Like, literally in person.
That's true.
Nah, he gonna dunk y'all. He ain't gonna dunk me.
Maybe not
try.
Stevie.
He's gonna eat through you guys.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it a shuffle hand stance again. I thought it was funny that picture of us at Red Bull Battlegrounds where we were battling the cosplayers. Everybody was like, "Yeah, he's in a KI stance." I'm like, I was doing Jin's shuffle hand stance. You don't understand, dude.
Oh, man.
Bunch of Jin players.
That bitch is godlike though.
All right.
That's a cool picture.
Well, we're going to move on to the lower half of the bracket here. And that first, we're going to start with Tokido versus Ricky Ortiz. I guess I'll start with this one here. Tokido is pretty much one of the best players right now. He's the EVO champion. He did go 0-2 last year, and Ricky got second place last year, but Ricky just hasn't been practicing as much. That's not to say that I don't think Ricky is going to do bad in this. I think Ricky is actually going to scare Tokido a little bit because, well, she knows who she's going to play, and she's one of the best at practicing and studying up and prepping for a tournament because she's just one of the greatest players of all time. However, Tokido is too strong right now, too good, and, you know, he has the perfect distance from the monitors all set to go and everything. So I really don't see Tokido losing this first match. So I have Tokido. David, what do you got?
Yeah, I have Tokido. I think it's really hard to pick against him here. Ricky, I think, is going to be better than people expect because I think I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying she doesn't deserve to be there. You know, it's a funky rule choice for sure. That rule should probably be changed, but she's so talented that this, like, sort of 3 weeks of preparation is going to be fine if she takes it seriously.
Right.
But it's hard to pick against Tokido. He may be the favorite, or certainly one of the two favorites.
Right. Tasty, what do you got?
Same thing. Just to be clear, like, Ricky Ortiz, she's one of my, actually, like, up there with the GOATs with me. Been watching since CVS 2, like, Classic 3S, and as good as she is, Tokido is just, like, on another level at this point. Especially, like, going off of how prepared somebody could be. David's right. A lot better than most think, but I don't think good enough to stop Tokido. So,
Okay.
Tokido.
Okay. Steven, what do you got?
The rust on his sword, I believe, from last year. 1-2, Tokido, he's got to make it back. If he gets another match, if he gets a match, I'll be happy. You know, because Tokido, he got dunked at Capcom Cup last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe strongly in ring rust. I think, you know, that's like a big factor for a lot of players. So I think that'll be the biggest thing. Even if Ricky plays really well, which I think she might, not competing for as much as everybody else is like the biggest kind of like sort of thing to have to deal with. More than anything else, more than any matchup or anything like that. So yeah, I think Tokido has it.
Okay. So that was a universal pick here. Next we have Gachikun versus Goichi. And Steven, why don't you just start this one?
Yeah, I thought this one was kind of hard, honestly. It's going to be a wild match between the two of them. Gachikun, super slick Rashid. Everybody last year in Japan was singing high praises for Gachikun, right? Ever since the start of the year. Remember when John Takuchi was dunking people?
Yeah.
John would be like, I'm not even the best, you know, Rashid in Japan. Try that on Gachikun. He's ridiculous. So everybody has always said how good Gachikun is, and this year he's really shown it off, right? Asia is full of super strong Rashid players, but also full of incredibly good Ibuki players. And Goichi, I respect. This dude is a tier enthusiast, right? He plays what's good, and I respect that for a lot of reasons. I think Goichi will be prepared, and I think I like Goichi to make it pretty far in the tournament, so that's what I went with.
You're going with Goichi then. Okay.
Yeah.
Tasty, what do you got?
I am actually going to go with Gachikun.
Did we lose you? Oh, no, you're still there.
Period.
That's
it?
That's
That's it? Oh, okay.
I don't need, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, throw it off, but I just feel like, I feel like there's going to be a switch, obviously, because Goichi's been, like, kind of fluctuating.
Right.
However, I just think Gachikun's going to be solid. I think Gachikun's going to take it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be in Gachikun's favor.
Okay. I feel like I felt like Steve was like saying, "I'm going to pick Gachikun," and then he saw a cat video on his screen, and he was like,
"Yeah, I got distracted."
Exactly. So,
I'm still like filling out my bracket right now too.
David, who do you got?
This was actually the hardest one for me to pick in the first round.
Okay.
Because I think these are two very evenly matched players. Both of them are among the best in the world. I went with Gachikun. Honestly, not even for any particular reason. Other than I just think he's very strong, but it's like hard for me to articulate more than that because I feel like it's such a toss-up.
Okay.
What about you?
I voted kind of with my heart on this one. I went with Goichi just because I just love Manat.
Fan of his Manat?
Yes, I'm a fan of the Manat.
I already knew it.
Is my favorite character in the game right now, probably. Just to watch, because I just think she's cool, she's fun, she's different.
I hear that.
She plays a completely different game than everybody else, and I like that character a lot. So I'm voting for Goichi just because I want to see him do well in this tournament. So it's like sucks that it's going up against Gachikun, because Gachikun is amazing. He's using a super strong character, but like I said, my brain probably would have went Gachikun, but my heart goes to Manat right now and to Goichi. So
either one's legit. So we had 3 Goichis then? Or
no.
It was two
Goichis and 2.
We gotta vote.
Let's get the vote. All right.
All right. So Gachikun and Goichi. The poll has opened here.
Yes.
And you have to do pound vote Goichi and pound vote Gachikun. And
Exclamation
Isn't it exclamation point?
Yeah, you're right. Exclamation point. Sorry. Bang. Bang. That's what I meant to say. But just a note that I did put Goichi as capital G, capital O. I don't know if it's case sensitive or not.
I don't know either, man.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Oh, shit.
I hope that was on stream.
It definitely was. It definitely was. So
because you can't actually tell who's alright. Because I don't know. That was pretty good.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Why, is it very even or is it a blow
No,
up?
it started as a blow up, but it's evening out a little bit.
Okay,
now.
all right. What do you got on the old thing over there?
All right. Well, I think we should do it like we did last time, where we do the drum roll and then I refresh.
You got it.
I think that's more exciting.
You
Okay.
You want to put it up first, and then we'll have it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the old poll right here. This is the old poll. Right
all right.
here.
So close it off.
So okay, we're gonna close the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close, and of course it's gonna be completely different for everybody on the stream because of the delay. So let's see who the winner is. Drum roll, please. The winner is Graham Goichi.
4.1% of you. Oh, I wonder if that meant that all the incorrectly spelled Goichis were on there.
It could be, but that was actually a little more dominant than I was expecting it.
Yeah,
to
same.
Be. But it's about 2-1. It's about 2-1 right there. So
okay, all right. So Goichi takes it. Congrats.
Goichi.
Not best waifu. That's why.
Yeah, but not best
He's
waifu.
definitely not going to pick her against Rashid.
For sure. For sure.
Come on, man. I believe.
Oh, man. He's trying to win.
Later on.
Next match is going to be Bonchan versus Smug. Ugh. Okay, so interesting thing about this one is that Bonchan has been playing Karen recently in tournaments. I personally believe that if he picks Karen versus Smug, he's going to get dunked.
Okay.
Because Smug plays against Punk all the time. I actually think Bonchan would have a better chance against Nash. He might even win with Nash, but
He's been playing Nash again.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, and a lot of online. He's been doing a lot of Nash. I think even in
he
the
played
tournament-
Nash at Tower of Pride.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been playing a lot of Nash. I think that's going to be. I feel like that's a great feel for him to have though. Like Karen Nash. I think that's cool, but I mean interrupt. Go on.
No. It's okay. I think that, like I said, if he picks Karen, he's going to get dunked. If he picks Nash, I think it'll be an even fight. So based off of those two averages right there, I'm going to go with Smug on this one. I'm going to take Smug on this one. So I believe in the Smuggles. It's not going to be with the greatest of ease, but it is going to be Smug. So, Tasty, what do you got? Since you interrupted me, I'm going to make you go. Unless you want me to wait.
Okay. Look, I am a big Bonchan fan, but I'm also a Smug fan. And of course, I play Nash. So obviously I want Nash to win. That's if he picks. But I don't know. I've been watching like a lot of these guys both play. Now I'm sitting on the fence, Steven. Right now is when I'm like, I'm not sure.
Do you want us to come back to you, Steve?
Pick a name, Steve.
Come back around.
Give me a lap. Take a lap and come
We'll
back.
take a lap. We'll take a lap.
Steven, what do you got?
Yeah, I think Smug's gonna dunk him. I think character matchups are both in his favor, and I think for reference, right? Coming into Evo this year, Bonchan was in the top 4 seeds. Right, he was one of the most CPT points out of almost anybody in the tour. Right, really impressive player. Right. Since then, he has disappeared. He has just been gone for a long time. Took a break for a while. He wasn't playing as much. He transitioned to a new character. All those factors, I think. I gotta take Smug.
It's like the Red Bull strategy right now. Score a lot
Just
of points and
disappear.
disappear for a little bit. Huh, interesting. Okay. David, what do you got?
I also have Smug. I think it's going to be 3-1, maybe 3-0.
Dang, you guys got all dunks, huh? You guys got all the dunkage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we've completed our lap. We are back now to TastySteve. And so now he realizes that no matter what he picks, Smug goes forward.
Correct.
So I think he is a little bit more free for him to pick whoever he feels like through his heart, knowing that
That's
it will
true.
not affect anything anymore. What do you got, Steve?
Well, I'm going to say, God damn it. This sucks, man.
Both of them
I hate
tied
this.
for first
This
place.
is the worst part of this right here. This is the worst part. But, damn it. Can I
Tied
pick
for
both?
third
Is that
place,
possible?
5
Can I
people.
pick both of them?
You want to pick both of them. You're gonna do that. You're gonna pick both of them?
No, you can't.
I know
No.
that's not... Okay, all right.
No.
Just for the sake of going against the grain and David's... I can go with my heart, just like James said. And, God damn
Smug.
it.
Just say his name.
Just do it. What do you got?
Smug. I'll go Smug.
Oh, okay.
Blow up.
Yeah, he chickened out.
Yeah.
What the hell? What you mean? I chickened out.
No. I didn't say that.
How could you do that to Bonchan? To not pick Bonchan there?
You know what, David? I'm done with this. I'm not.
All right.
Oh, okay, next one. Fudo versus Momochi. God,
That's a big one.
that's a tough one. I mean, you know what, Steven? Go ahead, start.
That is definitely not tough. I think Fudo's gonna smoke him. That's my prediction. Momochi, he has been practicing the ninja way, but he's also been practicing on being a TO, training students. He's been focusing on life. Fudo left his sponsor. He was like, "Nah, I can do better than this. I don't need graft. I'm gonna aim higher." Right? A man with that kind of drive is a dangerous individual. So I like Fudo in this one.
Okay.
Past results, drive, just the way he plays. I like Fudo.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the only reason why I say it was tough is because I feel like Momochi should be higher, but he didn't get to play in Japan Cup because he was a TO. So
This tournament, yeah.
He probably missed out on like 100 points that he easily could have won there, and so he would have been in a higher position. Momochi, obviously super good, one of the best players. Man, he's a former Capcom Cup champ. He's a former Evo champ.
It sounds like you're picking Fudo.
He's going to get dunked by Fudo. He's going to get dunked by Fudo. He is. Fudo's playing way too consistent. So, Tasty, what do you got?
Fudo. I'm a fanboy. Fudo's definitely gonna win. I'm sorry. I think Momochi's godlike. But if you know my pedigree, I'm a Fudo fanboy, bro. There's no way that he loses.
Yeah, I mean, sounds pretty logical, David.
Yeah, it's sweet. They got
It's
Fudo.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're nearing the bottom fourth here. So we've got Yukadon versus Didymokov.
Okay. We all
Didymokov.
picked Yugadon. All right.
Yeah, I mean, look, Yukadon, I don't know why people aren't talking about him as much. Like, I feel like he should be on the tip of everybody's tongue in terms of people who could win Capcom Cup, right? So, I mean, look, especially with that Ibuki, right? I mean, come on. It's got to be on the tip of the tongue for everybody. In any case, Didymokov, this is going to be his first very huge tournament, first international tournament. It's always rough for those players like that, so I'm going to go with Yukadon.
I think it's a particularly tough draw for Didymokov. If it had been some other opponent, I think it might have gone better for him. But I do think this is going to be really, really hard, and I'm looking for Yukadon.
Okay. Tasty, what do you got?
I'm also going to follow suit with Yukadan. Kind of the luck of the draw, considering, like you said, first big event, especially like at this caliber. I feel like there's going to be like consistent killers throughout. Bad draw, but I'm going to go with Yukadan.
Yeah, Mr. Steven?
Also Yukonon. I think it's a pretty clean win for him. It's a good character matchup too, and yeah, I think you're right. He is one of the players who you don't hear people talk about as much, but he's got a ridiculous amount of CPT points. He's won like 3 premieres or something like that.
He won 2 of them in a row. He won literally 2 of them in a row. So
yeah, back to back. So he's a super dangerous opponent. And for the record, I just like to say, even though I didn't vote for any of the Echo Fox boys.
Oh, stop chilling, man.
It's out of love, you know. Like, I bought the T-shirt because they're not winning championships, so you gotta support somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy!
Ow! I mean, you did vote for Justin Wong, though, right?
I did. Yeah, that's right. I voted for Justin.
I did. That was me. I voted for Justin Wong.
I really like their Tekken players and Sonic Fox.
Go Sonic Fox. Scar's my favorite player. All right, here we go.
All right, the next one is actually another one of the ones that I thought was kind of tough, but it's going to be Oil King versus Snake Eyes. Tasty, what do you got?
Man, my boy Snake Eyes is in for some trouble. And I only say that because I just feel like both of these matchups, regardless, Oil King has the leg up. Mm-hmm. So, dang, this is another hard one. I think it's just because I don't want my boy Snake Eyes to lose. However, this will be. I want to.
I actually can't believe how long this is taking you.
Come on. You take a lap. Take a lap. Sajam, pressure me. Take a lap.
Oil King's gonna body him. Oil King is good against Geef. It's a good matchup. Rashida's a ridiculous character. Oil King's playing better. Snake Eyes is a top 4 seed heading into Evo. Since then, he's been twiddling his thumbs in NorCal or something. He's been jumping out of planes, making documentaries with racing car guys. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's not gonna beat Oil King, and that's the end of that.
I agree.
Okay, well, look, I think it was 3 years ago.
I picked against both Zangiefs. Oh my god!
I think 2 or 3 years ago we picked Snake Eyes to win Capcom Cup in our bracket, and that obviously didn't go very well. So I'm gonna go, this time I'll be a little bit more logical at this point. Yeah, I think Oil King's gonna take
Boom.
it. All right, Steve. All right. So once again, your vote is completely pointless, but we want to know what you want.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll go with Oil King. I won't even try to talk about it anymore. That's just me putting my emotions into it. But I think Oil King's gonna take it.
All right.
Okay. Next comes up with Dogura and Luffy.
Oof.
What do you got on that one, David?
Well, I have Dogura. I think that this is a really tough matchup for both of them. But that said, I think Luffy doesn't have as much experience against a top-level Urian. It's kind of hard to find where he lives. And Dogura has been so good towards the end of the year. I think he comes into this as one of the... it's weird to call him a dark horse or underdog because he just won some big tournaments pretty recently. But we're not talking about him in the same way as we talk about Tokido, Punk, and so forth. But I really think that he has a legit shot at going really, really far. So I'm going with him.
Okay. Steven.
Yeah. Luffy beat Nemo. He dunked him, actually, at the Tower of Pride about a couple of weeks ago in Japan. Also, Dogura says that he thinks that Mika is one of Urian's hardest matchups. It's one of the matchups that he struggles with and he thinks is hard for Urian in general. But that's against Nemo, and I think that obviously Dogura has surpassed him in terms of how good he is as a player. So, despite that, I think Dogura will show up ready for the matchup. And he also has a Pocket Bison, which is good against Mika anyway. So I have Dogura just because of how good he is. But yeah, I have Luffy making it pretty far in losers bracket. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised because honestly, Luffy smoked Nemo. If you haven't seen the match, go watch it. His experience against Urian is really good.
Okay. I actually went with Luffy because I just think Luffy has been super consistent. People like to talk about Haitani and Fudo for consistency. Luffy needs to be right there. He got second at Tower of Pride just a couple of weeks ago. And this guy, I don't know. I feel like when he's on a big stage, he just does really well. And I don't know, just something about his demeanor. He always seems very calm. He doesn't seem to panic a lot and everything like that. So I actually have Luffy on this one.
Fair enough.
Then you're the last one?
Nope,
no,
Stevie.
Steve, what's the last one?
So, like, I don't know what's up with, like, Luffy, but he's, like, he gets dunked at, like, Capcom Cup. Like, he be getting dunked. He gets, like, 9th and stuff like that, like, or 8th. I think it's, like, the last 2 years, he only got, like, 10th or 9th or something. I can't remember.
That's not so
But, I honestly think Dogura is on another level now. Like, and he plays Urian a little slower than most. He has a very, like, calm Urian at his disposal. On top of that, he does still have a pocket Bison. So I'm going to go with Dogura. Like, I've been watching Dogura play, like, pretty solidly for quite some time, especially since his return. And I found it really hard to bet against him at this point.
All right. Okay.
You're stuck, James.
I got bodied on that one. All right. Last one here is going to be Verloren versus Mago. And I guess I'll go first on this one. I think that Verloren's going to take this. I actually think Karen does well against Cammy, maybe slightly in Karen's advantage, but Verloren has basically finished in 9th place or above in like every tournament that he plays in. I believe he's the sole Korean representative here, and I just feel like all the Korean guys are going to give him a ton of practice and everything like that, and I just believe in Cammy. I believe in Verloren at final round. I picked Verloren as a hidden, pick to win that tournament. So I'm a big Verloren fan, so I have him going forward on that. Tasty, what do you got?
Well, I personally think that just because Mago took that godlike JoJo's photo with me, that he's gonna win. Period.
You got it.
All right, Steven.
That's it. I'm gonna go. That's actually my upset because Valorant is like godlike. So, but I honestly think I'm gonna give it to Mago. I feel like he has enough, just overall experience. He's a legend. I feel like if anybody can overcome this, I'm gonna call this my big upset. If anybody can overcome it, I feel like Mago will be able to do it. He has really good footsies. I feel like if he gets the lead, it'll be really hard for Valorant to come back without finding a way to open him up. And I feel like Mago has the chops to stop him from doing it.
Okay. Steven, what do you got?
This is hard. I couldn't find much record of the two of them playing in tournament, at least not on stream or anything. Like, the last time I saw them play was like 8 months ago. Mm-hmm. And so the thing about Mago is I feel like he kind of slipped in at the end of Capcom Cup. He's had a cool couple of events this year where he played really well, like a Topanga Charity Tournament and also Topanga League at the start of the year. He got second place at Nemo. So he has these big finishes where he looks really strong. But, yeah, I think I'm going to take Verloren in this one, even though I agree with you that the matchup is good for Karen. She fights Cammy really well. But I think that in this instance, Verloren is going to take it.
Okay. David?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that his consistency is certainly much better than Mago's. Mago has tournaments where he looks really good, and you always hear in casuals that he's ridiculous. But
he's the flow of Japan.
Yeah, some people say that. Yeah, but in big tournaments, I think Verloren is too consistent. I don't expect any problems out of him. Whereas Mago, I'm not sure what to expect, so I'm going with Verloren. So that's the first round. So here's what I've been recording all of these.
Yeah, I have it too. So,
so we got Punk beating Last Chance Qual. We got Daigo beating Brolinho. We got Kazunoko beating Big Bird. Sien beating Mena RD. Haitani beating Sako. Jaewong beating Moke. Itazan beating Phenom. Problem beating Strider. Tokido beating Ricky. Goichi beating Gachikun. Smug beating Bonchan, and it was blow up. Fudo beating Momochi. Yukadon beating Didymokov. Oil King beating Snake Eyes. We all also picked that one, by the way.
Yeah.
Then Dogura beating Luffy and Verloren beating Mago. So, the next round, first one to talk about, is Punk versus Umehara Daigo.
Punk versus the Beast.
Yes.
Steven, what do you got?
I like Punk. I think he's really, really good against Guile. If you ever watch him fight that matchup, it's really interesting how he sets up Guile players to whiff and sort of throw booms in spacing that he wants them to. Mm-hmm. He's super, super, super good at that match. Even though I like Daigo a lot, and I have him winning against Berlino there in the first round, I think Punk is going to beat him.
Okay. Tasty, what do you got?
Damn it.
All right, David, what do you got?
There we go. Now you get it.
I also have Punk. Yeah, I think he's too ready. I think he's too good.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, Steve?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm mulling over.
I think Punk is going to dunk Daigo. Woo! I think it's not.
Man, the way you say dunk is just... it just sounds so mean, man.
It's like real down in the bottom of your mouth.
He's going to dunk him.
He pulls it from his foot. Come on, James.
No, I mean, I think it's going to be kind of an interesting little passing of the torch kind of thing. You know, like Punk is just going to kind of cement itself as being one of the best and as a young player coming up here. I think it'll be a cool win for him. So now it's your turn, Steve.
Doesn't matter, but just say it.
Yeah, I want Daigo to win.
Punk it is.
Logically, I don't think he will beat Punk though, because it's Punk. Especially even with like everything that's happened up until this point. It's still Punk. He's a really good player, really solid all around, no matter what. And I feel like 3 out of 5 suits him really well. So I'm gonna go with Punk.
Okay, all right.
Next one is Kazunoko versus Sien.
Oh,
Jesus!
Dang.
See, this is not on my bracket, so like I didn't have to make this choice here. But David, you go first.
Yeah. This actually is in my bracket, and in my bracket, I have Sien taking it. Ooh.
Okay. Any logic, or just that's how you feel? That's what your heart tells you. What does your heart tell you?
Yeah, I guess that's what my heart says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, what do you got?
I like Kazu in that one for sure.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I like Kazunoko moving on against Sien there. Kaz is just really, really strong, man. He shows up at all these events, and he always does well. I mean, he's good at a bunch of different fighting games. You know, reminder, he made 2 top 8s at EVO, right?
Yeah.
Top 8 in Guilty Gear, top 8 in Street Fighter. Maybe people don't know this, but he's in 2 events this weekend as well. He has qualified for the Battle of the Stones, and he is also in Capcom Cup for Street Fighter. He's an incredibly good player, man. I think sleeping on him in a big event like this when he's ready is a mistake for sure.
Yeah, look, Kazunoko always goes super far in these Capcom Cup tournaments, but I believe in Sien. This guy has gotten so far in Capcom Cup so many times. I think he finished second 2 years in a row, didn't he? Like
in Capcom?
In Capcom, I think it was like to Sako and then to not.
No,
I know he
I think
finished.
That was Sien who finished second to Sako.
Yeah, Sien finished second
right?
twice.
Yeah, he got second twice.
Sien did.
Yeah. I feel like this might be his year. He's got a good character. He's got one of the strongest characters in the game. Top 3 character instead of using Fong, which he got 9th place with last year. And as much as I love Kazunoko, and I think Kazunoko is still going to go far, I have him like blowing everybody up in loser's bracket. But I picked Sien in this one.
Okay, all right. Steve, sometimes going fourth means your picks don't matter. Sometimes they mean, are we going to a vote or not?
All right. I honestly, I've been thinking it the entire time. I think Sien's gonna win. It's gonna be tough, but I feel like people sleep on Sien, I don't feel like people sleep on Kazunoko. I don't feel like there's ever an instance where people sleep on Kazunoko. So,
Right now.
3
of you.
Well, it was 3-1 then.
Oh, was it 3-1?
Yeah.
It was 3 Siens?
Yeah, it was 3 Siens.
No, wait. I thought David, who did you say? I thought you didn't. You said Kazunoko.
I said Sien.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it was.
Oh, snap. Okay, my bad.
Okay, so Sien is moving on then.
Sien moves on.
Okay.
Wait. What? Say them. You said
Kazunoko.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of us said Sien. So
Yeah.
But this match doesn't even happen in my bracket. So
that's right. We're all improvising right now.
That was in mine.
Yeah.
Then Haitani versus Justin Wong.
I have that match.
Same.
So do I.
Okay, what do you got?
Tasty. I'm gonna see if you can go first this time.
Damn.
I'm going to go with Justin.
Justin. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Justin. I'm gonna go with Justin. I have faith in how solid he's been playing, and I feel like this is gonna be a crazy pick, but I just have faith in Justin's ability to control the ground game. I know that's crazy, especially considering the matchup, but I feel like that's where his offense is gonna help. But either way,
okay.
I want Justin to take it.
All right, David. I saw a funny face on your face. What do you got?
I think this is maximum 3-1 for Haitani. Maybe 3-0. 3-1.
Okay.
One of those two is definitely Haitani.
Okay.
You guys are some non-believers. James, you obviously have Justin.
I obviously have Justin. Well, you're wrong.
What?
I have Haitani.
You guys are some traitors.
I have Haitani. I have Haitani over my son. I'm sorry. It's just,
Bummer.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to leave your kid at the bus stop like that.
Yeah,
no
pretty
ice cream
much.
for Justin after this tournament. That's really messed up, James.
He gonna learn today, son. Steven, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm also a traitor. I definitely have Haitani taking this one. They've had some really competitive sets this year, and I think Justin is pretty good against Nikali. It's one of the characters he can slow down pretty well. But Haitani is too solid, man. And speaking of traders, I think there will be at minimum 6 Japanese players in top 8. But my current bracket has 7. I think that the U.S. is going to get dunked for sure. Everybody else is going to get dunked. It's going to be a good year for Japan, I think, in Capcom Cup.
Hard to disagree too much.
Dang, the simple guy, your mind going back to the drawing board, man?
I said the U.S. would win last year, man. I gave him one.
The next one is Itabashi Zangief versus Problem X.
I
I
feel
have
like,
this one on my bracket.
Me too.
same here. I feel like Problem X, I mean, even talking to him personally, he hates fighting Zangief. And they fought at Canada Cup, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or I know he fought a Zangief at Canada. It was one tournament that I was talking to Problem X, and he was like, man, if I have to fight Zangief, this is going to be a problem. I feel like. So, Itazan is about as best of a Zangief as you can get. And
Yeah, he lost to Itasan at Canada Cup.
yeah,
3-1,
okay.
3-1 at Canada Cup, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually do have Itazan winning this one because Problem X himself has said he does not like this match. However, I do think that maybe he has a chance to have studied up Birdie versus Zangief a little bit and might try to bust that character out against Zangief and try something a little bit different. But just based off of that result and just talking to Problem X himself, I think it's unfortunate that he has Itazan in his half of the bracket so early on. So I have Itazan moving on in that one.
Wait, didn't they just recently play?
Yeah, that's
Canada Cup.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
you said.
okay.
So, Steven, what do you got?
I have Itabashi. This is a really bad character matchup for Problem X. Actually, I think if Itabashi wins first round, second round he's fine no matter what because it's either Strider or Problem X, both of which he beat back-to-back at Canada Cup this year and are both good character matchups for him. So, yeah, I have Itabashi making it far for that reason. I think he's going to beat him.
Okay. David.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I think that's a tough draw for Problem X if it happens.
Okay. And Steve?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard no matter what for Problem X. Even though, like, he's definitely one of my... He's my dark horse as well, James. Like, I really consider Problem X one of those players that's going to surprise a lot of people, especially when it comes to this in actual tournament play Capcom Cup. But I don't think he's going to beat Itabashi, especially if he said it from his own mouth. And I want him to prove me wrong, though. I have no problem.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty. Then the next one, so Itazan wins. Then the next one is Tokido versus Goichi.
I have that one.
Yep, same here. Okay, well, what do you have, Steven?
I have Tokido moving on in the bracket. I think that I have a pretty good faith in him redeeming himself this year at Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
I think that there's a pretty good chance Goichi tries Mana here.
Yes.
But in watching a lot of the replays of Tokido and stuff like that, I think that he's clearly been studying a lot for the matchup. He's looking super prepped. And I don't know. I like his composure and sort of maybe not momentum, but stature coming into this tournament. You know, with how many points he has and kind of how good he is sitting. It's a tall task to beat him. So I like Tokido in this one.
Okay. Steve, what do you got?
I feel like the fact that Goichi has he's kind of toggling between two characters, and I feel like he's having Manette is one of the things that's going to help him out a lot. But I don't think it's going to stop Tokido. Tokido he's definitely one of the players that has been on the constant up ever since since Evo, and just in general. I don't even know how you count him out. So Tokido.
Well, I just saw what you did on the screen over there, David. So who do you got?
I picked Tokido as well. I feel like you can't not pick him.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually think, I feel like Manat does decently against Shotos because she's got good fireball reflect and she can zone pretty decently and all that. But Tokido, man. Tokido. I feel like this is a year of Tokido. Even if he doesn't win this tournament, I can't see him not getting like top 3 in this tournament. So I have Tokido moving on as well.
Okay. Then Smug versus Fudo.
I have this match too, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Smug versus who?
Fudo.
Yo, did you turn on the stream over there? What's going on?
Wait, what happened?
We're getting
there's
a
echo.
little bit of echo all of a sudden.
From me?
No, it's gone now. It's gone. It was just probably just some random
Skype.
hiccup. Yeah.
What a crap.
All right.
Yeah, Skype's a terrible program, honestly.
Yeah. Next time we're going to do this on Discord. And Discord actually has video conferencing now, right? They just added that recently. So we'll do that. We'll do that next time with Discord. Okay. I'm going to put the hot seat on Tasty right now. What do you got?
Fudo. I'm a Fudo fanboy. I think Smug is still going to move on, but I don't think he's going to beat Fudo.
Okay. David.
Yeah, I think that'd be a tough draw for Smug. I like Fudo, the way he plays against boxers. I think he knows that matchup, and I think that's a tough matchup for Boxer. I think he's going to move on.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there's not very many people in this bracket that I would pick over Fudo.
Right.
That's just what it comes down to. Fudo's too consistent, he's too smart, he's too good, so I have Fudo moving on almost regardless or irregardless of who it happens to be.
Irregardless is a real word.
Is it really a word? I thought it wasn't a
It's
word.
been a real word for hundreds of years.
But I thought
It's not
people
new.
said it's a fake word.
No, it's not new. It's been around for a long time.
Oh, well, interesting. Okay, I was trying to purposely use a bad word, but
Hey,
I
man.
guess I used the real word. All right, well, Steven, what do you got?
This one was really hard for me. The last time they played a Brooklyn beatdown, and Smug was in trouble. Fudo was up 2-0, and then Smug made the comeback. I don't know. I think it's like one of those matchups where I really like the way Fudo plays it. It's just whether he can close out Smug this time when they play. So I was sort of back and forth about this one for a long time. But, sort of after thinking about it and thinking about the players and how it'll go, there's been a lot of close sets that Fudo's had with borrowed players this year. He had a really close one with PR Rog at E-League, and he had that close match with Smug at Brooklyn Beatdown. So I'm going to give it to Fudo. I'm going to give him a little nod here. But I think this one's pretty close.
Okay.
All right, Fudo takes it.
Okay.
Then we have Yukadon versus Oil King.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'll go first. I think Yukadon's going to take this one. Again, I'm high on Yukadon in this tournament right now. I just feel like he's going to dunk lots of people. So, Steven, what do you got?
I have Yukadon in this one as well. Yeah, I have Yukadon making it pretty deep in this tournament. And, I like Oil King, but I don't know. He's good against some players in some matchups, but I don't think that this is a good combination for him to run into. And, I like Yukadon in this one.
Okay. David?
Plus, it's cold in Southern California, man. Those short shorts aren't offline. I'm just telling you right now.
Cold.
man.
I'm cold for Southern California standards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a
That's
giant
cold for
fire
anybody's
happening.
standards. Those shorts are just too much.
There is actually like a fire happening. It's crazy. I was saying today, I was like, man, the winds are crazy, right? I was like, it's actually making it a little colder. And they're like, are you on fire? Are you all right? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
It feels like
There's a
October
fire.
in a way. It's very,
Dude, the craziest part is that the fires are pretty far up north compared to where I'm living right now. But when I woke up this morning, all I could smell was smoke.
Yep.
Like, that's all I could smell all the way down here in Santa Monica. So I woke up, I was like,
down the coast.
I thought something really close by was on fire. One of my neighbors was like burning a bunch of branches and stuff a while ago. I thought he was doing that again or something like that. But it's just the fires, the wind bringing it down. So
Well, I think
We have pretty wild winds here in general. Like, what the Anaheim Hills were on fire not that long ago, which is like 20 miles from me.
yeah.
The wind, like my whole like neighborhood was orange. The sky was just orange, right?
Dude, there was
Because of the
pictures
wind
of
and
people
everything.
at
It's crazy.
Disneyland with like it just looked like it was completely like on fire almost. The sky was red. So
hopefully that stops happening, but it
Yeah.
definitely will keep happening even more and more.
okay.
I have Yukadon. I feel like he's very, very good against Rashid. His tournament record against top Rashids is really, really strong, and I think he's going to win this one.
Okay. Steve.
I think Yukadon as well, only because I've been looking at All King, and even when he makes adjustments in certain matches, it's really hard for him to hold it long enough to close out a match. I feel like Yukadon has been playing way too solid, and that's why I think he's going to take it over Oil King.
All right, we all have Yukadon. Then, to close out this next round, Dogra versus Verloren.
Steven, what do you got?
I have Dogra in this matchup, mostly because I have a lot of faith in him to make it pretty deep in the bracket. Yeah, he's been really riding this high. Second half of this year, Dogra has been killing it. He stepped into his own, and he's become the premier Urian to watch and look out for in many matchups. And yeah, Valorant, I feel like Valorant is like one of those guys where like he catches a big break, and then just something tragic happens. And I could totally see him getting hit by some absurd mirror setup just because he has the worst luck no matter what it is, right? Like, Valorant just always, the sky always falls on him, right? So, yeah, I like Dogra in this one.
Okay. David?
Yeah, I'm the same. I picked Dogra here. Basically the same reason.
I'm going to pick Dogra because Urian dunks on Cammy. No, I'm just kidding.
You and that word.
Big fan.
I need to pick a different word. Actually, it's the fight's not that bad. I mean, I understand that now a little bit more, but this is not on my bracket, so this one I have to do on the fly. And again, I just believe Lauren is so strong, but what Steven said about just like magical mirror setup, all of a sudden a 900 health Cammy melts away and dies. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dogra.
All right, so in that round, we had Punk beating Daigo, Sien beating Kazunoko, Haitani beating Justin.
Did Steve vote on that one already?
Nope, they definitely did not vote.
Doesn't matter.
But
what do you got?
Dogra, I think Dogra.
Okay.
We play that.
My bad.
He's still good.
We have Itazan beating Problem X, we have Tokido beating Goichi, Fudo beating Smug, Yukadon beating Oil King, and Dogra beating Verloren. So, the next round is Punk versus Sien.
You're looking at me like you want me to go first.
Who are?
I'm going to go first. I picked Sien.
Woo!
I think Sien is going to win this one.
Okay.
I think Sien is going to beat Punk. And it's going... Because I feel like Punk is going to hit this little small roadblock here, and he's going to have to kind of do some loser's bracket work at this point in time. And plus, like I said, Sien is someone that I can believe taking the time off and really studying and just being like coming in and being even stronger than before. I really believe in Sien this year.
I think this all stems to do with the fact that you're basically calling him Batman and you hate Batman. You just think Batman's overpowered. That's all I'm... And all that's like a big circle is all I'm seeing here.
I have nightmares of cross-up jump 2 and lots of little batarangs flying at me, you know.
Yeah, I like... well, in this one I have Punk versus Kaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like him to beat Sien too, so... Yeah, I believe in Punk. I think Japan is going to have a great year, and the exception to that rule will be Punk.
Okay. Tasty, who do you got?
Damn, I'm resonating the same thing, man. I think Punk is gonna. I think it's gonna be a good set, but I honestly believe that Punk's gonna edge it out.
Okay, so David, you are the one who gets to decide: Pole or Punk dunk. Punk dunk. That's gonna be.
I like Punk. I expect it to be close, but I think that Punk is. There are very few people I see stopping Punk.
Okay.
And I don't have Sien being one of them.
Okay, so Sien is gonna get punked. Whoop. Yeah. Okay.
All right, then we have Haitani versus Itabashi Zangief.
Which is the matchup that I actually have on my bracket here.
Me too.
What do you got, David?
I'd like Haitani. His record against Geefs is very good. He knows that matchup super well, and he doesn't get worried or hurried like some other people do. Yeah, I feel like this is a really tough draw for Itazan. This is like one of the worst case scenarios for him.
Right. Yeah.
I like Haitani.
Haitani's done well. I haven't looked at the matchup in details, but I feel like he's done well against Itabashi in the past.
Yes.
So I have Haitani as well. Steven?
Yeah, I have Itabashi in this one, actually. The thing is like they've had sets that have been close in tournament, and then you watch like online replays, and like it'll be close online, it'll be close there, it'll be close here. One of them will get a win there. It kind of goes back and forth, and I feel like in this one I like Itabashi at a tournament like this. He's a gambling man, and I'm going to take the gamble on him.
Okay,
fair enough.
Mr. TastySteve, what do you got?
I am going to go with Haitani.
Okay.
I feel like Haitani, he doesn't gamble as much as he says, well, I know this is going to work. I feel like he doesn't put himself in a position to get beat often. And that's why I think I just have so much faith in him. Like, when I see Haitani play, it's really hard to question some of the choices he makes. And I don't feel like he's going to take a gamble versus a Zangief character. I don't, especially Itabashi Zangief. It's not going to happen. So, Haitani.
Okay. All right, so Haitani moves on.
Okay. So then the next one is Tokido versus Fudo.
Tokido versus Fudo. That is something. That actually, I have that on my bracket as well.
Same.
I am going to pick Fudo.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to pick Fudo over Tokido, not for any particular reason, like outside of just, again, this is just one of those things. It's hard for me to pick someone over Fudo, and again, even though I have Tokido basically going crazy in the losers bracket, I feel like he's going to hit a road bump. I just feel like all these players who are going to do well are going to find that one road bump, and so Punk's was going to be Cien, and I feel like Tokido's is going to be Fudo right now. Because Fudo's, he's just consistent. I just think he's super consistent.
Indeed.
So, Tasty, what do you got?
Well, I am a Fudo fanboy, but I believe the last time they played, Tokido did beat him up pretty bad, and even at Evo. But Fudo's been down on his luck. I'm going to give it to Fudo. Fudo over Tokido.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. David.
Well, I actually also have Fudo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have Fudo over Tokido, huh?
Yeah, they go back and forth when they play in tournament anyway. And so I feel like this is a toss up. This is one of the tossiest toss ups to me of this tournament. Yeah, and I picked Fudo. I mean, it's just a 50-50 to me.
Yeah. Okay. Steven.
I have Tokido.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat him at Broken Beatdown too, not that long ago, but in the grand finals. But
right.
You guys got me.
It's interesting because I actually felt like I was going against the grain with this pick, but it turns out 3 people did that. Like, honestly, I felt like I was like, this is going to be a surprise,
So I really feel this is like a 50-50 match.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess
all right.
Fudo's
So
going
Fudo
on.
it is.
All right.
Then Yukadon versus Dogura.
Oh damn! This is not on my bracket. Okay, I gotta think about
well, it
this
is
one.
on mine.
I gotta think about
Mine
this
too.
one. All right, you start then, David.
Yeah, Yukadon.
Yukadon over Dogura.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Dogura.
Yukadon, you have Dogura. What do you got, old Steve?
Dogura.
All right.
Dogura! How do you go against this is when you start calling him Dogura! Because he's going to be OD. He's going to be destroying people
James?
by the time he gets part of the bracket.
I am probably gonna go Yukadon on this
Ooh,
one.
we got a vote coming up.
I think I'm gonna go Yukadon on this
All
one.
right, we got a vote coming up here. All right.
All right, so Yukadon, Dogura, open. You know the drill. Bang vote Dogura or bang vote Yukadon?
Yeah, do you want to bang Dogura or bang Yukadon?
Yep, that is the question. That is the question right
The
there.
answer is definitely Dogura.
Wow!
When I watched Best of 5 earlier today, and Donka pronounces it Dogura. I just thought that was hilarious.
Dogura?
It was Dogura versus Luffy. That's hilarious.
Dogura versus Luffy.
Dogura.
Now I just want to play the Silent Hill 2 ending dog song now. God, that's one of the greatest songs ever. One of the greatest video game endings.
One of the greatest endings ever. Like,
yes.
free.
Yes. I mean, seriously, they
really...
play the music with the dog bark.
Was it made on, what was it?
Like those
the Mario, no, the original
Mario
one?
God, Mario Paint.
Mario Paint.
That's right, yeah. Oh, man. All right. Okay.
All right, what do we got here? What's going on?
Let's do this. 5.
You want to put it up on the old screen?
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the poll. And now we are going to refresh and see who is it, Yukadon or Dogura? It is Dogura.
Wow.
Dogura. You guys have picked the Dogura in this battle here. Wow. Okay. This is the end of Yukadon. There you go. Okay.
You don't know how disappointed I am.
Easy game, easy life.
Hey, alright, so that means we have Punk beating Cien, Haitani beating Itazan, Fudo beating Tokido, and Dogura beating Yukadon. So, now, to make it into, this is now top 8, to make it into winners finals. Punk versus Haitani. What do you got?
This is not in my bracket, so let me think about this for a second. David, you go first.
Yeah, it's not my bracket either, but I like Punk here. I'm basically just going to ride Punk.
Okay.
Don't be gross.
Right, me, don't be gross.
Yeah, James, you and your preference for...
We already talked about
gross.
banging Yukadan and Dogura. And
Definitely Dogura.
Not everybody likes farts, James. Come on.
Steven, what do you got?
In my bracket, this is Itabashi instead of Haitani, but I think I have the same result. I think I have Punk winning here.
Okay. Steve, what do you got?
I am also going to go with Punk.
I'm a little surprised.
I think Haitani has really, really solid defense, and I think he's just really smart, but I don't feel like that doesn't necessarily, like, playing really solid, I feel like actually will get you killed versus Punk.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
And Punk practices with Kami now. One of his main training partners is a Nakali player.
Yeah, so I actually think Punk might have an advantage in this one because Punk has a little bit more of the what the hell you did that kind of, play style to him. So I think Punk's going to take that one.
Alrighty, we all have Punk making it into winners finals. Then the other side is Fudo versus Dogura.
Fudo versus Dogura. Steven, what do you got?
So in this one, it's interesting. I actually have Tokido versus Dogura here.
Right.
Instead of Fudo. But I'm actually going to stick with the same result. I have Dogura beating Tokido in my bracket, but now I'll change it to Dogura beating Fudo.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have Punk versus Dogura winners final.
Okay. David.
I have this in my bracket, and I had Fudo taking it over Dogura. Got him moving on his way.
Fudo
winners finals, Punk versus Fudo.
Okay. I have definitely been going crazy with Fudo this whole entire time. So I had Fudo versus Yukadan at this point in time, but I'm just going to go with Fudo over Dogura.
Okay.
Go with Fudo over Dogura.
What do you got, Steve?
Steve?
Oh, okay. Fudo.
All right, fair enough. So that means we have winners finals of Punk versus Fudo. What happens?
Interesting.
Tell me.
Oh.
What happens?
If that happens, to be honest with you, Punk is winning.
Okay.
Because I remember at NCR, Fudo got bodied by Punk, and that was when Fudo was like, this is the best player I've ever played against. I don't know what to do against this guy. And obviously, things have changed in the past, 6 months and such, but I think Punk will still have that mental advantage over him. So I'll take Punk on that one. Steve, what do you got?
I will take...
Oh, it's a doggy.
Oh!
I don't know. Oh, stop! Don't lick me. God. I'm gonna say Punk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, what do you got?
I definitely like Punk. There's a lot of people who are sort of in the chat like, man, I'm surprised you guys think Punk is the favorite, all this kind of stuff. Like, Punk has made the CPT, and as a result, everybody who's played in it all year, his bitch. If you look at the point standings, it's absurd. Like, no one has ever slapped around this many CPT events ever. He has over 1,000-point lead against many of the players in the single digits. He has over 2,000 points ahead of many of the players in the CPT who are qualified. It's just like absurd to not expect him to be the favorite. And yeah, I have him taking it here against Fudo. That's not in my bracket. I have him against Dogura, and I have him beating Dogura in that match anyway. But yeah, it's I think besides him, it's going to be Japan cleaning up the rest of it. But I do have faith in Punk to do well.
Did you say he made like 21 grand finals?
He made 21 grand finals this year, and that's not including weeklies. It's not including like MvCI and stuff.
Right.
That's at big tournaments. 21. It's crazy. One of them was Evo. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the facts don't lie. Like, Tokido, if there was another Evo tomorrow and Tokido won it, he would, like, almost catch up to Punk in points. And he'd have to win 2 premieres before Capcom Cup starts on Saturday. We'd have to have a premiere on Wednesday, a premiere on Thursday, and a ranking event on Friday for Tokido to catch him.
Dang. He's like Wayne Gretzkying these stats.
And that's only if Punk doesn't enter in any of those tournaments.
That's saying that Punk doesn't enter and Tokido wins all 3 straight. Tokido would have to win 2 back-to-back premieres and a ranking event tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday for him to catch Punk in terms of points, right?
Okay.
It is true that he didn't travel to Asia, but like all of Asia traveled to North America every month.
Right.
Right.
So it's whatever.
You can point to matches where Punk has played pretty much everybody in the CPT. And,
like for example, he played Fudo twice this year and he beat him twice.
Yeah.
In top 8s.
All right. So David.
So that means that we have Punk making it to the grand finals. We haven't done any of the loser side.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think.
Probably don't have enough time for that.
We've done this for an hour and a half, so I don't think we need to.
Do you want to just rapid fire names? No justification. Give me a name.
Do you want to do that?
It'll take 2 seconds.
You want to do our top 8s? I have my top 8.
Yeah, let's just here.
All right, let's just do it quick.
All right. So let's just establish a rotation. You want to go James, me, Steven, Steve?
Okay.
All right, James, what do you got? Last chance, Brolinho.
I'm going to pick, because I don't know who Last Chance is, I'm just going to pick Brolinho.
I got last chance.
Okay.
Steven.
Oh, last chance.
Steve.
Last chance.
All right. What about Big Bird versus Mena, James?
I'm going to pick Mena.
I pick Big Bird.
That's Cien for me, so Cien.
Well, just using...
Last Mena.
Mena. Also Mena.
Mena moves on. Sakonoko versus Moke.
Moke.
I like Moke.
Okay.
Damn. Sako.
All right. Phenom versus 801 Strider.
Phenom.
Phenom.
Yeah, I like Phenom too. Ricky versus Gachkun.
Whoa. Gachkun.
I like Gachkun.
Yeah, Gachkun.
Gotcha.
Bonchan Momochi.
Bonchan.
I like Momochi.
Yeah, Momochi.
Momochi.
Momochi moves on. Didymokov versus Snake Eyes. This is not as easy as it may look.
No, not at all.
That's Sim, yeah.
Dalsim.
Because Akuma also doesn't do super well against Dalsim.
I think it's pretty even, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty even. So, I'm just going to go with Snake Eyes due to experience.
I like Didymokov. Snake Eyes lost to K-Money's Dalsim at Red Bull.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
I like Snake Eyes.
I'll give it to Snake Eyes as well.
Snake Eyes takes it.
So
Luffy versus Mago.
Luffy.
I like Luffy.
Luffy.
Damn it, Mago.
All right. Oh, man, you better... All right. Then, in the next round, Last Chance versus Verloren.
Verloren.
I like Last Chance.
Last chance.
Verloren.
Ooh, we got a vote coming up.
All right. Vote time. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm just going to put it as Verloren, and I'm going to do it as LCQ is what I'm going to do. So there we go. So,
make it happen.
All right.
Let us know, folks.
So vote LCQ or vote Verloren. There you go. So vote. I will do this for a whopping 10 seconds here, something like this.
10 seconds.
Timer. Oops, wrong one.
It's already been 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'll do it for another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close.
Bam.
All right.
What do we got?
So let's close this. Let's bring up the screen. The result is going to be LCQ beats Verloren.
Damn.
I fully agree. All right, next. Mena RD, Oil King.
You go, David.
I like Oil King.
Oil King.
Damn. I'm gonna say Mena.
It's up to
Yeah.
James.
Oh man, Mena. I'm gonna go
Ooh,
Mena.
we got
I'm gonna
the
go
vote
Mena.
coming
I'm gonna
up.
go Mena.
Damn, let's go. Multiple.
Mena makes it pretty far in my bracket, but he's in a different spot, so.
I'm gonna do oil. I'm just gonna do oil, no space. So it's gonna be Mena RD and oil. There we go. So poll open is just Mena RD and oil. That's it. So just vote oil if you're voting Oil King.
Yo, it looks like it's going back and forth. I have the chat open now, and it looks like it's going pretty back and forth.
Okay. All right. Oh, let me run this timer again here. All right. I'll do another 5 seconds starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the poll. Closing the poll. Let's bring this up. Closing the poll. All right.
Somebody voted renewable energy.
Renewable energy.
Wow.
That's it, dude. Someone voted for renewable energy.
Genius.
All right. The results are... Bam! Mena RD. And a very close one, 53% to 44%.
Closest one so far. All right, Moke versus Smug.
Yo, damn. Oh. If anyone wants to jump ahead of me, feel free.
Smug.
Wait, versus who?
Moke.
Oh, Smug.
Smug moves on.
Smug has experience against JB, so yeah, I'll take Smug.
Phenom versus Goichi.
I'm
I
gonna
like Goichi.
Goichi.
I like Phenom.
Goichi.
Goichi takes it. Gachikun versus Problem X.
Problem X.
Problem X.
Problem
X.
Ooh, simultaneous vote. Okay.
Momochi versus Justin Wong.
Momochi.
Momochi.
Justin Wong.
Justin Wong.
Ooh,
All right.
all right.
So I'm gonna do Wong and Momochi here. So
I actually have that match in my bracket too.
All right.
Oh,
sick.
damn.
So it's Wong and Momochi. Wong and Momochi here. Okay. 15-second vote here. I'm gonna allow for this. So we're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. And the results of our poll here are going to be Momochi.
Oh, dang. That's pretty close, too.
Yeah. 55 to 43. Dang.
All right. Snake Eyes versus Kazunoko.
Kazunoko.
I like Snake Eyes.
Kazunoko.
Kazunoko moves on. Luffy versus Daigo.
Luffy.
I like Luffy.
Daigo.
Luffy moves on. Last chance so now we're in the next round.
Okay.
Last chance qualifier versus Mena RD.
I'm going to go with Mena RD.
Last chance.
Last chance.
Last chance.
Dude, you guys are really high on this last chance guy.
Dude, it's going to be somebody ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Smug versus Goichi.
Damn.
Smug. I'm going to give it to Smug.
Goichi for me.
I think Goichi as well.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Goichi.
All right.
Because the thing about it is...
He's not that good against Ibuki.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I was thinking Manat still.
Probably
so,
not
Yeah,
Manat,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Hell no, he's not playing.
Yeah, you're right.
Problem X versus Momochi.
Problem X.
Problem X.
Problem X.
Problem X.
Woo!
Ooh.
Blow up. Kazunoko versus Luffy.
Kazunoko.
Kazunoko.
Luffy, but doesn't matter. All right, now we're in the next round of losers, and now we have people who just lost, and now they're got to figure it out. So, last chance qualifier versus Itabashi Zangief.
Itabashi. I'm voting against this last chance
Oh,
qual
my
guy.
God. All right, come on, guys. Let's be real here. Last chance random guy versus Itabashi. Y'all cannot get into the last chance guy.
Random's going to be somebody crazy good. Come on.
Oh, my God.
I like Nemo getting crushed by Itabashi here.
Oh, that'd be so sick if that happened. Oh, man.
Yeah, I actually like Itazan too. I feel like almost whoever, like knowing who's in the last chance quals, I feel like Itazan is a good matchup against all the likely winners. So.
Okay, so Itazan moves on.
Goichi versus Sien.
Sien.
I like Sien.
I like Goichi.
Zen.
Sien moves on. Problem X versus Yukadon.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to go Yukadon.
I will also go Yukadon.
Yeah, Yukadon for me too. I have that match.
Damn. It was Problem X versus Yukadon?
Yes.
Problem X.
Okay.
All right. Kazunoko versus Tokido.
What?
Yeah.
Kazunoko.
Ooh, interesting. All right. I like Tokido.
Tokido.
Ooh, Kazunoko's eliminated. All right.
That's tough.
Itabashi.
Believe in my boy?
What's up?
You don't believe in my boy?
Kaz? Oh, good old All right.
He made that fucking face at the Tower of Pride. It killed me, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Next
That
round.
was his, they're like, strike a pose on your entrance. And he was like,
Yeah.
like it was like, that was as
job.
dangerous as he could look, you know?
All right. Next round is Itabashi Zangia versus Cien.
I'm gonna go Cien on that one.
Ooh, I like Itazan.
Yeah, I definitely like Itabashi.
I like Zien.
Ooh, we got a vote.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
feel like-
okay.
I
Take
feel
it to the vote.
Cien has always been terrible versus Zangief in his whole life.
Yeah.
He's
Always.
always been terrible against Geef. And I feel
Alright.
like in this game, Geef versus Ibuki is fine.
Itazan. Itazan is what the vote is for, so it's voting for Itazan and Cien.
Oh man, I'm seeing some mixed messages over there in that
I'm
chat.
definitely seeing some mixed messages.
Oh yeah, this
I actually can't believe, dude.
Yeah,
Cien,
I'm surprised.
He's forever been anti, like, he just gets dunked by every game. I could play Geef.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
Don't you remember last year we had one vote that
We
actually
did.
came out 50-50? You remember that? That was the
Oh,
sickest thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Oops. Whatever.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
make it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close.
Somebody voted for Eris. Come on, guys.
Eris.
Put it up on the.
Put it on the screen. Here we go.
What do we got?
And the winner is Itazan
Makes sense to me.
by a lot. Okay.
Other side of losers is Yukadon versus Tokido.
I'm gonna go with Tokido on this one.
I also like Tokido.
Tokido.
yeah, I guess I like Tokido here.
Okay.
Okay.
Then, next round, Itabashi Zangief versus Dogura.
Oh man, I think Itazan has so much experience against Nemo. Dogura obviously has gotten stronger than Nemo at this point, but Itazan.
Okay, I like Dogura. I feel like he plays much better against Zangief than Nemo does.
Yeah, I agree. I like Dogura
Actually,
too.
you're right. You're right about that.
Dogura.
Yeah.
All right, Dogura
No,
moves
you're
on.
right because Nemo has a block against
Yeah,
that
yeah, he's just
character.
batting us
So
for whatever reason.
you're right.
I don't. It's like an even matchup. I feel.
I mean,
but
although
whatever.
it's inconsequential, I'd probably flip my vote after that. So
All right.
Okay.
Then Tokido versus Haitani.
Tokido,
Yeah, Tokido.
David.
I'm gonna go Tokido. Taquito.
Tokido.
Tokido blows up Haitani. Then this is now losers semifinals. Dogura versus Tokido.
I'm gonna take Tokido.
Dogura.
Whoa. Whoa. So wait, Tokido's out?
That's,
Yeah, fourth place, bro. Pack it up.
Damn.
What do you got,
I'm gonna go with
Steve?
Tokido.
I'm gonna go with Dogura.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Pack it up, bro.
Dogura,
Wow.
Tokido. The polls are open. There you go. Vote Dogura or vote Tokido.
I have that match in my bracket too, actually, but it's winner semis.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But you
And
have
Dogura
Man.
wins.
Okay. Okay.
Dogura's fighting for the family blood now. He's fighting for the bacon. Not only just for the pride anymore, but I feel like he's like powered up now.
Mm-hmm. He's Ultra Instinct, bro. That's why.
Yo, look.
But
can't-
didn't you
can't
vote
be
for
throwing
Tokido?
That
around
Ultra
Steve?
Instinct, that
like
Ultra Instinct team.
Instinct.
But Steve, didn't you just vote for Tokido and you're talking about how Dogura's all powered up?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. That's all.
All right, what do we got
5,
here?
4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Refresh.
Tokido definitely won. Though.
Tokido. Okay.
Tokido wins.
All right.
The chat really wants it to be Tokido versus Punk. They watch too much anime.
Yo, why wouldn't you want that to come back?
That would
Did
be
you not
cool.
hear what Punk said? Punk was like, I'm coming for you, Tokido.
That's
Yeah, I heard it.
Well, we got Punk waiting in grand finals, and now we're at losers finals. It's Tokido versus Fudo.
I'm gonna go with Tokido.
I'm gonna go with Fudo.
Damn it.
Even though I had them fight each other in winners, and I thought Fudo was gonna win. Then, I feel like Tokido's gonna get powered up in losers bracket.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to say Tokido.
Yeah, in my bracket, they play each other, and Tokido wins, so I'm going to go Tokido.
So we got three Tokidos.
So we do have the Tokido versus Punk.
Grand finals. All right, set one
Set
in
1.
grand finals. Punk or Tokido?
Punk.
Punk.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Punk's going to smoke him.
I think Punk is gonna. So I think losing Evo and losing the South by Southwest earlier this year, I think just seeing how he reacted to those, I think those two are going to power him up for this matchup, and he will be prepared this time.
Ultra Instinct. The tune is gonna come on. The theme.
Now you get Ultra Instinct. This is when Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, Tokido. He's gonna do the CA and hit the ground, and Punk's gonna come out of it. Yeah, with the Herald.
That shit is so sick.
All right,
That theme's so good.
I'm currently Googling Ultra Instinct.
Oh, you gotta look up. You gotta look up.
Yo, wait, you gotta hear the song. You have
I
to hear the song. It's
Ultra
the best part.
I thought Ultra Instinct was like a different version of, the Killer Instinct game,
Dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Ultra Instinct. That theme is ridiculous. Yeah, it's gonna be Punk Blanco. You guys are right. Punk Blanco. Yeah.
Look at that song.
Oh, all right. Wow, that was a waste of time.
So Punk is going to win in the first set, and he will be our Capcom Cup champion.
I got Punk as well.
Damn.
Punk.
I don't think
Punk
I don't think Tokido is gonna lose that first set. I think there's gonna be a reset and then Punk gets it.
Okay. But regardless what happens, Punk
wins.
is our champion.
So we have first place Punk, second place Tokido, third place Fudo, fourth place Dogura, fifth places Itabashi Zangief and Haitani, seventh places Cien and Yukadan.
Damn it! You guys have 6 Japanese players, huh?
Yep.
There'll be at least 6 Japanese players.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like mathematically, there's almost no way that there can't be there can be fewer than 5. Like
Yeah.
5's like the minimum, basically.
I mean, well, here's my question to you guys then. Based off of your own personal brackets, who did you have winning the whole entire thing?
I have Punk winning.
I'm going to go through and do it again with my original picks, and I'm going to build from there, and then I'll post what I get.
Okay.
Because I was trying to do it while I was talking, but it wasn't working.
Here's my top 8. All right,
I have my top 8 too. Yeah,
I got Punk first, Fudo second, Tokido third, Haitani fourth, Yukadan and Problem X fifth, and seventh places Itazan and Dogura.
Okay.
Oh, what do you have, Steven?
My top 8 bracket, I have Punk first, Tokido second, Dogura third, Itabashi Zangief fourth, Yukadan and Kazunoko fifth, and Haitani and Fudo seventh.
All right, I screwed up my bracket because I was changing it while we were doing this, and I didn't realize you were doing it, so my bracket is completely wiped right now, and I don't want to bother filling the whole thing out. I had Cien winning.
Oh, interesting.
I had Cien winning.
Okay. Who's second place in yours?
Punk.
How about third?
Third, I believe, was Tokido or something. I mean, depends on where they were on the side of the bracket. They might have had to run into each other early, but I can't remember now. I can't remember.
So we basically mostly have the same people in like the top 8, except I guess you have Cien, and I have Cien getting like 16th or something.
Jesus.
No, I guess 13th.
None of you guys believe in Cien here.
I think he's really good.
That guy's been just...
I think Cien's really good. I feel like he's going to go far in my bracket when I finish it, but...
There's just some bad matchups. Like for him, he runs into Itazan in my bracket, and I just feel like that's KO.
Okay.
I have him going, I think, like 1 and 2.
Dang.
Is there anybody like crazy that you have going 0 and 2?
My 0 and 2s are Brolinho, Big Bird, Sako,
Damn.
Spider, Ricky, Bonchan, Didimokov, and Mago.
I have
I'll give
almost
you-
all of those.
Yeah, I think our brackets sound pretty similar in the first round.
Yeah, I think there's only a couple of differences
Yeah.
in the first round. So.
I think my craziest 0 and 2 is probably going to be Momochi right now.
Mine is Umehara.
Of course.
Damn.
I don't feel like I dislike him at all, but I always end up on this side of things. So.
He's anti-Daigo.
It's cool, man. It's all right.
It clearly always comes out like that for me, but I never go into it intending it to be like that.
I don't know, man. It's the second time now. I'm starting to just not believe you right now. I'm just saying.
I hear ya.
Dang, Berserk says I have Mago in grand finals.
Holy crap!
Dang.
Yo, Berserk, you made a wrong turn.
He's a big
First set of matches, bro.
He's a big JoJo's fan, dude. Come on.
Hey, look, I'm a JoJo's fan.
Yo, if Mago makes it to grand finals, I will talk about the legend Berserk for the rest of my life. I'm just telling you guys right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just call it. Anytime a player makes a crazy finish, it's gonna be pulling a Berserk or going Berserk.
George Mason makes grand finals in NCAA.
That's all that matters. Is he went Berserk.
Just doing a super quick fill out again. I have Punk in second place.
So Cien, then Punk.
Yeah, then I had Fudo in third. Tokido was in fourth. Yukidon and Haitani in fifth. And Kazunoko and Problem X in seventh.
There you go. So you have 5. Like, there's no way to have fewer than 5 Japanese players.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's got to be 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's our Battle for the Stones.
This whole year.
I mean, Capcom Cup.
Wow.
Yeah. Just cross the streams.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man.
All right.
Well, I mean, I guess what we can do is take a break and do all this Battle Stone. But, I mean, the question for the Steves right now, do you guys want to stick around or do you guys want to, you know, it's up to you guys.
Well, Isn't David going to break down, like, the case of David versus Capcom with Battle of the Stones?
Yes. I'm gonna talk
that
about
sounds like the David show. It's going to be like David and the people versus Capcom.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to stick around, or do you want to say a farewell night to the stream?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take my leave. I gotta charge my phone anyway, so I should have just did it on my laptop and not.
Oh yeah, you're Skyping from your phone. That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I mean, if anything, it was awesome being back on the show. You already know.
Of course,
all of us will be at Capcom Cup, including myself. So I guess I'll see you guys there for sure.
Hey, have you guys announced you're doing Capcom Cup? I don't think I saw a tweet from James or Steve.
I have not actually.
You can.
I just did, bro.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just completely forgot to do that because I've been editing videos for like the last 3 days. So
yeah, we'll all be there.
But if you guys would love to, I mean, I know when we start off the year, we always do like the resolutions and the year in review and stuff like that. If you guys want to come back on for that, I think that would be fun. So
yeah, are you guys gonna do that late December or early January? Have you decided?
One or the other. We've been starting to do it at the beginning of January as our welcome back show. So if you guys are down with that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Also, yeah, I do have a bet with G2A Akira. If he's in the top 30 brackets, he gets his mod back in my channel. He lost it because he predicted Idom would body Punk in some tournament, and, you know.
That was the bet?
Yeah. The record is like 20 to billion to like 3 in Punk's favor, so, you know, it was a great bet.
Alrighty, man. Well, thanks for showing up and hanging out.
No problem, guys.
Alright, so we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll talk about Battle for the Stones and the kind of zany rules in Battle for the Stones as well.
Alright.
Those are some sick-ass rules, bro. Respect the Lord.
Alright, thanks, Steve and Steven, for jumping back on, and have a good night, you guys, and we will see you this weekend.
Peace. How the hell do I close this? It's just a circle. It keeps moving around. I don't know.
I hope that's on stream.
All right, I think I got it. Peace.
Later.
Okay, so lots of stuff about Capcom Cup there. Wow, look at this title. The Capcom Cup Special. And you even got the little X, capital X, lowercase x, you know, FPS shooter name.
This was from my FAQ days.
Oh yeah, okay.
I used to do ASCII art craziness all the time on my FAQ days.
So at the Capcom Cup, there's also going to be the Battle for the Stones, which is, you know, MvCI. That'll be on December 8th, top 16, and then Grand Finals takes place on Sunday. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the bracket is out, and I can put it in the chat. And there you go, chat. Mm-hmm. Guess you'll hear that I've said that 30 seconds from now and probably have to scroll up and see that it's posted in there. So, kind of some cool matchups in here. So it's going to be Viscant versus Sactap. You want to just throw the guy up on there? Can
yeah,
you do that?
Sure,
Why not?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I'm really interested in some of these. So Viscant versus Sactap is hilarious because when the Space Stone came out and we found out what it does, which is it allows the person who has it to swap their position in the bracket, everybody was like, oh, that's the you get to play against Viscant first round stone.
Right.
Right? Because everybody thinks it's going to be a pushover.
Poor Viscant.
And then it turned out that, hey, the guy who has the Space Stone actually is playing against Viscant first round anyway.
Right. So he doesn't need to use it.
He doesn't even need to do that.
Doesn't need to use it right away.
Yeah, yeah. So Viscant versus Sactap, probably going to be tough for Viscant. Moisa versus Stealth, a couple of dudes from Latin America. That's going to be cool. Chris G versus Timo, something I'm really looking forward to.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, like Timo is so well studied in this game. I'm really impressed by him.
Yeah. He was one of those up and comers. You know, he's been doing better and better every time. So.
Yeah, exactly. And Timo has which stone was it? It was looking it up. It is the Mind Stone, which allows the person to pick the opponent's characters.
That's actually a kind of a bad matchup for Timo then. Because I don't know if you could hurt Chris G as much as you could hurt a lot of other people with that.
That's actually a good point.
Because Chris G, you see him experiment with a lot of characters all the time when he's playing this on stream.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That may be one of the tougher potential matchups for Timo. Mm-hmm. Then Cane Blue River versus Cloud 805. Cane Blue River, of course, won the Evolution, which is why he's in there. Cloud 805 has the Power Stone. So this allows him to land the first hit in a match.
Which is going to be a problem because Cloud 805, don't forget, this is the unpatched version.
Yes.
So he could potentially kill the first character with an HSD combo, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's Cloud 805, who has the most ridiculous execution that there is.
I hear you, dude.
So that's actually really bad. That is, of course, if he wants to use it against Cane Blue River, right?
Right,
So there's that.
We'll go over the stones and rules in a little bit. Then Ryan LV versus Kazunoko. I don't really know what to expect out of this one because neither guy's been playing much in the public eye.
Right.
Like Kazunoko got second place at whatever it was to qualify. Wasn't that accurate?
Say that again? Yeah, Kazunoko got second at the SEAM, I think it was. Yeah.
So they're unfortunately beating out Oliver to get there. But neither one's really played like in public much since, so I don't really know what's going on there. Then Justin, who of course won Evo, and Brian Casugano, who was a good Marvel 3 player. Remember his Chun-Li? He played Team Street Fighter. It was pretty cool. But he got in here because
he won the Latin online tournament.
I think he got second, and the other dude couldn't make it. Actually.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think it was Linge.
Oh,
who ended up not being able to make it. So Brian has the Reality Stone, which grants the Stone Bearer the ability to alter reality by swapping 3 button functions in the opponent's controller.
Okay.
Dang. And then I feel like this is like the craziest one of the first round.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Filipino champ, look, he's been playing the game a lot. You know, he knows the game very well.
But he may be playing the wrong version.
That's what I wonder. Yeah. Has he been playing the new one before he found out that this would be on the pre-patch? I don't know. And Alioun is just it's hard to know what to expect out of him. He's clearly one of the most talented fighting game players in the world. At the same time, when it comes to these big majors, I just feel like he often doesn't show up. Like he was at Capcom Cup once or twice, and he just didn't.
That was the year that they had that proximity OS. You remember that? And he was like, "I'm going to kill everybody with this thing," and then nothing ever happened of that. So. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he has all the talent. It's just does he do it? I don't know. Then Flocker versus Richard Wen.
Who?
Flocker, of course, also won Evo, and Richard he got the Soul Stone, so that allows him to erase 1 loss in a 3 out of 5 set. So, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen Flocker play too much in public either, but...
yeah, but obviously with those gems, those are some interesting rules there. And you being a lawyer who is good at, making sure that you write things so that they cannot be interpretable.
Yeah, that's my job.
You've looked at these rules a lot, and you've probably asked a lot of questions.
I certainly have.
I mean, honestly, I should just be like, and then just walk off the
In addition, so there are like 2 big parts to my lawyering job. One is writing of contracts and negotiating, drafting contracts. The other one is doing legal research, because you got to know what the law is. So I did some legal research for this. I how to phrase, interfaced with the primary sources involved.
Okay.
And I did some background investigations and read maybe perhaps unreleased court cases. Can't be more specific than that. But let's talk about it.
So that, all I can say is...
Yeah, I interfaced with them.
You ever notice that, like, every cup on a TV show is empty? I really hate that. Like, every time you see someone holding a coffee cup, it's moving, you know it's empty.
Maybe it's just like half full.
Yeah, you're not allowed to... I don't think that they're allowed to put liquids in stuff on TV. So, like, I always feel like everyone who's holding, like a Starbucks coffee thing don't do a good acting job trying to make it look like it has weight. It always just looks like... Woo! Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways.
So, I just basically created a bunch of questions and then answered them. And that's how I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So, the first question that I wanted to know was... So, basically, the rule is written... So, there are rules on the website.
Yes.
You can go look there. You can check out the old Battlefield Stones website. You can find out some of the rules. But I had more questions. They weren't clear enough. You know, you got to have the courts interpret the rules and so forth, and they create the new law.
Do it.
If you lose the fight with a stone in hand, you'll need to hand it over to the winner of the match. Does that mean that the winner will get the stone only if the original bearer did not use it? No, doesn't. The winner gets the stone regardless of whether it has been used or not.
Wait, how often can you use the stone?
You can only use the stone once per match. But if you use a stone and you lose that match, the winner of the match gets the stone.
Wait, you can use it once per match? I always thought you could do it as a one-time use in a tournament.
So in one match, you only get to use one stone, and each stone per person can only be used once in a tournament. Right?
Oh, so even if you've used it, it'll pass to the next guy, but he hasn't used it.
Correct.
So now he can use it.
Correct.
So, okay, so here's this question then. Wait, so that means people are going to be accumulating stones.
Correct. People will be accumulating stones.
So what if someone gets to the end and has just a gob of stones?
You can only use one stone per match.
Or if he saves them until the finals, then he could just be like...
You can pick whichever one he wants.
Oh my God.
By the way, by match, I mean 3 out of 5 set, right? I mean, not a game. I mean, like, the match.
Right.
So there's that. Now, a player could possess multiple Infinity Stones, but may only use one Infinity Stone during a single set.
Okay.
Since Space Stone doesn't occur during a set, can you use Space Stone to put yourself in a match that you want, against somebody you want, and then also use another stone during that match? Or will that have counted as using two stones? It counts as... You can do that. You can space yourself somewhere else into the bracket and then also use a stone during that match. In my best research. All right.
Okay.
So space is unique in that respect because it doesn't occur during the match. All right, I understand this is in the weeds here, but let me know if that doesn't make any sense. Hopefully that does. Space is activated before the start of the set. All right. So the stone bearer can decide which game in the set they want to use the stone. I see. As long as it takes place before the game begins. How does this square with Soulstone's implication that its use is retroactive? Because, of course, Soulstone eliminates a loss. Right? So its use must be retroactive, because if there's a loss, you already know there's a loss. That must have been in the past. You get what I'm saying here?
No, say that again.
So Soulstone lets you erase a loss.
Okay,
right? That implies that your use of it has already occurred after the loss.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so its use is retroactive. It's implied that it's retroactive. However, in reality, the Soulstone activation must be announced before the player has lost in the match that they want to revive.
So they can't lose 3 and then use it. They can only lose 2 in a race 1.
You have to say during the match, not the game. In the match. So when the match begins, you have to say, in this match, I'm going to use the Soul Stone.
You can't say
It's not by game. It's by match.
So you can't wait until the end?
Correct. It's not actually retroactive.
Or not even after you lose 2?
No, it's no.
You have to announce it right at the beginning. In other words, right at the beginning you have to say...
Again, my best understanding of the situation, okay? That's all right. It's basically like blind pick rules. If a player announces they want to use their stone before it started, the player... So, Time Stone makes it so that... All right. Time Stone is inherently reactive to the opponent's reaction or move, right? So Time Stone negates the use of a stone, right? Mm-hmm. So it is also implied to be retroactive. Does that mean that basically that if somebody announces that they're going to use the Soul Stone, can your use of the Time Stone to negate that be also retroactive, right? So you have won the set. Then the person is like, actually, no, I didn't lose. Then you can be like, you definitely did lose. Again, you have to announce in advance that you're going to be using it. So it's not like you can just always react. You have to say.
Continue.
All right, fine.
Continue.
Let's see, anything else? What do we got here? So, can this... So space allows the bearer to swap their places in the bracket, right? Mm-hmm. In fact, the actual language is to swap their position in the bracket and face a different opponent. I wondered, can that mean that you can create your opponent? Does that mean that you can make yourself your own opponent? Can you? Yeah! Why not? Why not?
How does that work?
Well, you swap your position. It doesn't say that it has to be a position that currently exists. But actually, no, you can't do that. Sorry, that would have been cool. But no, you can't do that. I think it would be sick if you could just make it so that you basically get a buy. But no, you can't do that. So again, Soul Stone has to be announced before use, and the effect covers 1 loss for an entire set. So say that you're playing in a match. You have announced that you're going to be using Soul Stone.
Right.
And then you lose a game, not because you actually lost it, but because like your stick malfunctioned and you basically had a DQ in that game. Mm-hmm. Does Soul Stone mean that you don't actually lose that game? Right? Because it's not like a traditional loss. It's a DQ. Rounds lost due to DQs cannot be revived by a stone.
But does it matter?
So, yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, if you lose to a person because of decisions you make, normal gameplay, that's a loss. But if you lose because your stick malfunction, that's a DQ. So it's not actually the same thing. And as a result, Soul Stone can't rehabilitate that.
I mean, so Soul Stone, though, you have to announce at the beginning of the match, right?
Yeah.
So that means you just have to win 3, they have to win 4, no matter what. So DQ is just going to count as a loss no matter what.
The DQ will count as a loss no matter what.
Right. So it really doesn't... Okay, anyways, continue.
So if Time Stone makes it so that you negate the opponent's usage of a stone, right? However, does negation mean that they never actually used the stone for legal purposes?
Right.
If that were the case, then say you try to use Power Stone and Time Stone person is like, no, I negate that. Can you then use Power Stone again because your use never took place? It's been negated. It never happened. Yes.
It doesn't happen?
You can use it again. If a Time Stone has stopped the use of an opponent's stone power, the opponent's stone power can be used again.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for Time Stone, what it says is, Time Stone allows the stone bearer to seize the flow of time.
Hang on a second. I just want to say something. Someone's like, man, you are going way too deep into it. You have to.
This actually matters.
Yeah, because this is going to come up. Someone's going to be like, wait, no way. I think I can,
For sure.
Yeah,
you got a rules lawyer, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's money on the line here.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's no question that this needs to happen.
So, the Time Stone allows the stone bearer to seize the flow of time, enabling them to negate the use of an opponent's stone bearer power. What does opponent mean? Well, seriously, I mean, is it the person that you are currently playing, or in a sense, isn't everybody in this tournament your opponent? And so somebody on the other side of the bracket, aren't they also your opponent in a sense? Mm-hmm. If that were true, then the Time Stone could be used to negate anybody's use of a stone at all, even if it doesn't immediately impact you.
Right.
Okay, that's a good question.
But I like that one. I mean, I think that should be absolutely allowed.
Opponent means the currently competing player.
Oh, see, I would have wanted.
Again, these are my best guesses. All right.
If let's say Champ got the stones from someone else, it was like, I'm going to jump into this side of the bracket to go here, and you're like, no, I don't want you to avoid this matchup. Boom, you have to stick. No, but it has to be your opponent.
It has to be your current opponent. Yes. Now, can the Time Stone bearer use their stone to prevent somebody from using space to switch away from or to the Time Stone bearer? Right. So you have Time Stone. Somebody else on the other side of the bracket has space, and they decide to come play you because space lets you switch your.
Because that turns them into your opponent.
Now they're your opponent, but were they previously your opponent? And so you can't use your Time Stone? Or, how does that work? A Time Stone user can only stop a player from switching away from them. Because if you use it to switch so if the Space Stone user switches to the Time Stone user, they were not the Time Stone user's opponent when they used the stone. Only after are the Time Stone user's opponent. That makes sense. But the Time Stone, if they try to switch away from the Time Stone user, they are currently the Time Stone user's opponent. And so if the Time Stone user wants, they can stop the Space Stone user from switching away.
Right. So if they like the matchup, they can prevent the guy from running away from
Exactly right. If they think that the Space Stone user is a bum, they can make sure that the Space Stone user doesn't switch away from them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So in other words, if Viscant, say, beats Sack Tap in the first game, and then he has the Space Stone, and then he tries to run away from somebody, that guy can be like, nope,
Exactly.
I can't run away from you.
Exactly right. Yeah. Let's see. So if the same person owns both time and space, because keep in mind you're accumulating stones, can they use space to switch opponents? Then, if they play that match, and they didn't like how it turned out, can they use Time Stone to negate their own usage of the Space Stone? Which means that they would go back to their previous opponent and never have actually played in the set that they lost.
That's amazing.
What? Right?
That's amazing.
No. I think that would be super sick. But no, you can't. In this scenario, once the Space Stone's used, it can't be reversed.
Okay.
All right, so power. Let's talk about power. Yeah. The player side, I don't know. Well, hopefully I'll talk to them, but we'll see. Again, my best guesses. Power Stone allows for the stone bearer to land the first hit in the match. This is the text. Allows for the stone bearer to land the first hit in the match, giving them a guaranteed life advantage over their opponent by executing the first combo of a match. I have questions.
Yes.
So, giving them a guaranteed life advantage over their opponent, not necessarily. Some things actually hurt you. What if you're Hagar and the button you pressed was Lariat? and you actually hurt yourself, and now you don't have a life advantage over the opponent. Okay, is that legal? What do you think?
I would say, yeah, you messed up. Too bad.
Correct.
Okay.
That is their choice.
Okay.
Also, when can you use this? Can you hold on to the Power Stone for 98 seconds? Mm-hmm. And then in the 99th, you get the first hit, guaranteeing yourself the game.
Right, yeah.
The first hit must occur immediately at the start of the match and must start with the default meter. So you can't just hang around
And
building meter, right? Mashing on time stone or
Power
whatever.
Stone, Power Stone. You're right, yeah. Uh-huh.
Gotta use it at the start. Does the opponent have to sit there and take it? Right? Can the opponent try to run away? And they can't hit you because you got to get the first hit. But does that mean that they have to sit still and take the first hit?
It's like, time to get the hit. Yoink!
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. No, the opponent has to allow the first hit.
Okay.
Now, in addition, what it says is giving them a guaranteed life advantage over their opponent by executing the first combo. Mm-hmm. So what if you do, like, jump fierce, and then you're trying to do, like, jab fierce, or whatever it is? What if you screw it up, and you do jump fierce, and you don't actually combo the second hit?
Uh-huh.
Combo counter never appears on the screen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Does that count? Have you used your first hit, guaranteeing you the first combo? Because you haven't done a combo. Does that actually satisfy the terms of Power Stone?
Yeah. Yes, right. Or do they get to start over again?
The stone only awards the first hit. If they drop the combo, the game continues as normal.
Okay.
And you don't get to redo it. It's just hit.
Do they actually get to counter tag if the meter builds up to 2?
Dude, I didn't think to ask that question.
Really?
Yeah, I got to do some research on this.
Because if you do some HSD...
Yeah, my best guess, just my best guesses. My best guess is no, you cannot switch. Because you have to allow that series to happen. Right, as the opponent. Uh-huh. You can't escape from it.
Right, because there are combos that will kill right from the beginning of the game thanks to HSD. So whoever has the Power Stone... AKA,
you have to allow the combo. If the Power Stone user screws up their combo, that's their bad. Mm-hmm. But as the opponent, you have to allow the combo to happen until it stops.
Okay.
I believe. Let's talk about Mind.
Okay.
So, what Mind does is it allows the Stone Bearer to control their opponent's mind by choosing both of their characters and Infinity Stones. What if you, as the Mind Bearer, can you use? Is this a guaranteed win? Mm-hmm. Right? Can you have won 2 games and then you say, hey, I'm going to use the Mind Stone on this last game, and nobody's going to win that match. Maybe Chris, I guess.
Right,
it's plausible, but in general, that's basically free win. And yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, sure.
Dang. So in other words, you can go up 2-0. Wait. If the guy catches up 2-2, then you'd be like, screwing up your characters now.
Correct.
Dang.
Yes.
Even if they win. If the opponent wins, because they're supposed to keep the characters when you win. So if they win the title 2-2, you can just change it to whatever you want. Dang. Okay.
It applies, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You get to break the rules, man. That's how it goes. Do they get to pick the order of the opponent's characters? Yes.
Okay.
Order as well. And...
Oh, Power Stone. Can you push the opponent to the corner before you start the combo?
You just have to start it. No, you can't. There's nothing that you can do at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's no such... I always love it when Twitter posts up, here's my corner-to-corner carry combo. Every combo is a corner-to-corner carry combo in this game. Like, seriously, every combo is.
Yeah. Now, say that somebody picks... Your opponent has Mind. They pick Douche and Jones for you to use, right? Mm-hmm, do you get, 5 minutes of training mode time to be like, whoa, okay, how do they work together? Mm-hmm. No, you have to just play. You got to go right into it. There's no training time.
Dang, can you imagine if someone had that and the button config stone at the same time and hadn't used either of them?
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, keep in mind, you can't use 2 stones in the same match.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay,
You gotta pick one or the other.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reality, talking about the buttons, grants the stone bearer the ability to alter reality by swapping 3 button functions in their opponent's control configuration. Right, only for one game, of course, same kind of rules. Basically, a free win, same thing as mine, right? If you're up two games, you can just be like, here's reality, boom. That's fine. However, are there any restrictions on which button choices can be picked? Like, for example, some people don't have, like,
R3.
L3 and R3 on their sticks. Can you just pick L3 anyway? Like, it's like a little button up in the corner, right? No, you can only use the standard 8 face buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, none of the weird stuff. No, you can't press a stick.
Okay,
that doesn't count.
Okay.
It's only the main ones. Let's see. Yeah, can only those. They have no practice time. You're informed what the buttons are. There's no time to screw around with it. It's just you gotta play.
Now, can they rewire their stick?
Great question. But no, they have to leave their stick configuration the same as before the tournament.
What about going into the PlayStation menu and button remapping?
No time.
Okay.
No time. You're just going to play.
And it's only that one game, though, because then you can change it back
One
afterwards. If you're not out already.
If you don't, you haven't lost, yeah.
Okay.
Only one game. There you go. There's a little bit of rules lawyering for you. Let me know if there are any additional questions, because I'm happy to answer stuff with my best guess. You can't do. I mean, you can do. You can't like take time with the button check to like explore, right? The opponent picks your buttons. That's it. We're playing. Yeah. Are the rules also in Japanese, which would be helpful for Kazunoko? I don't think so. But I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I mean, these questions really matter because there are things on the line and there's money on the line. You know, it's not nothing. Right? First place is like 20K or something.
Timo is in here and he's listening intently to these rules right now.
Be.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions here? Let's see. No, you can't change fierce to start because
start is not.
It's not one of those main buttons.
Right.
The main. Yeah, can't use start.
Okay. Interesting.
You cannot pick buttons that are not.
Right.
I mean, assuming your stick has all of the normal buttons.
Right. I mean, one of the things that I think a lot of people have to realize here, and you know, and I am going to go into a little bit of like defense mode. A lot of people are like, oh, this is going to be the dumbest thing. I'm pretty sure it was kind of meant to be this way. It was meant to be a really fun, just kind of haphazard, crazy-ass tournament, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's not going to be this, like, prove who's the best, you know, whatever. This is a fun tournament to have. And, you know, what their hope, I'm sure, is that next year can be the full year-long, here's the serious tournament thing. You know what I mean?
I hope that's true.
So... You know, I doubt they're going to do a Crazy Stones thing again. So, well, I mean, it won't be fun for the TOs, except now that David has asked all these questions. That's why you have to ask these questions, because now the TOs, you come up to the TO like, can I do this? And be like, nope.
Yeah, and again, like I don't have authority, right? But this is the best I got. So.
Okay.
Can the Space Stone users swap places with somebody in loser's bracket if they're in winners? No, they have to be in the same sort of side of the bracket.
Right, yeah.
Right.
They have to be in the same half of the bracket, winners or losers.
Yeah, and they can't move themselves forward or backward in the tournament either. It's got to be in the same... I don't know what the word is for that. Same
round.
section.
Same round.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same round.
That's a good question. Why would you? Because you could then, theoretically, if you could do that, then you could swap yourself from losers to winners.
Right, yeah, more importantly. What if you change their characters with mind and they win? Do they have to stay with those characters? That's a good question, but I would say that no, because the rules of the tournament. Basically, think of the stones as breaking the rules of the
Right,
tournament.
yeah.
Right? So the normal rule of a tournament is if you win, you got to stick with that same team. But this is not a normal rule of the tournament.
Right.
Mind Stone is for a single game.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay. If they want to stick with them, I'm sure they can.
I guess they can.
Yeah.
But no, it's not.
See, if they win, then you Mind Stone them, and they still win. Does that mean in Game 3 they have to go back to the first team, or they can now just pick wholesale new team?
No, I don't think they can pick a new team. No.
They have to go back to their original winning team? Because let's say you go up 2-0 against them.
I would say that.
Then he wins, then you Mind Stone him, then he's got to go back to that original team that he won with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the intention of the Mind Stone is to make it so that you're stuck with a crappy team for the rest of the match.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. But of course, if you lose, and then they Mind Stone you, and then you still have one more game, you're still free to pick whoever you want because you technically lost previously. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Again, you can't change stick players fierce to L3 or R3. Those are not allowed.
Dude, I want to see someone show up with a crazy stick that you can actually manually move the buttons around, dude.
No, I don't think you can do that.
A long time ago, I had always... You know those stupid little number puzzles that you 1 through 15 with the little hole that you can slide
exactly
around like that?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I had dreamed of making a joystick that was like that, because then you could make a Mortal Kombat layout, then you could switch it to a Street Fighter layout. Dude,
yeah, I thought about that too, but it was just impractical. It was really tough.
Yeah.
It would have been sick, for sure.
Yeah, because the wires would all get all crossed and everything if you didn't do it right,
Yeah, it would be really tough.
But it would be a sick joystick, though.
Soulstone user announces that he wants to use his Soulstone, but he doesn't lose. Does he get to keep his Soulstone for another use?
I think he's bodied,
He's bodied.
Yeah.
Because the use of the stone is the announcing of it.
Right.
It's not that the condition is necessarily fulfilled.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like the Soulstone, like the way they worded it, they wanted to word it like you're coming back to life. But really, honestly, the best way to look at the Soulstone is that you've just made it now so your opponent needs to win 4 games. That's just basically all it is, right? Now you need to win 4 games where I only need to win 3. That's really all you're doing.
Yeah. Roger Ongo says, what if they play on hitbox? Can they swap left movement with fierce? No, I
can't, because it's whatever's assignable in-game.
Right. Exactly. Do you lose all the stones you have to the opponent if you lose the match? Yes.
Dang, so wait.
So, like, at the end of this thing, presumably... Grand Finals winner is going to have
all of them. He's going to have all of them. Because nobody in the loser's bracket is going to have stones then. Nobody in the loser's bracket is allowed to have a stone because they all start in the winner's bracket. They will never jump to the loser's bracket.
Is that true?
Yeah. Because you can't take a stone with you. So only winners players are going to have stones. There's going to be no stones. Right. So loser's bracket is actually going to be straight up as much as possible. That's interesting.
That's true.
That's actually really that's a weird logistical kind of.
Do you want to go to losers bracket in some situations?
Just so you don't have to deal with all of that stuff.
What if you are? Say that you're in winners. You're in winners, and your next potential opponent, if you were to win, has whatever stone you're most afraid of, right? Whatever it may be. Do you lose intentionally and then go into the loser's side?
Just to not deal with. I mean, you might as well go there. You might as well go there and try to beat him with him anyway.
But you're going to losers anyway. Yeah. There's no point.
So basically, what happens is that in grand finals, the guy in the winner's bracket will need to win 1 set, and he'll have 6 stones, and he can only use 1 of the one that he has not already used. So basically, whoever he plays against, he gets to just choose one of them. But then when he goes to the next set, if he loses the first set, can he use another stone?
Yeah, I looked into this. Let me find this.
Okay.
So, yeah, the first and second sets of grand finals are considered separate sets for the purposes of stone usage.
Dang.
So, a player could use a stone in the first set and then another stone in the second set.
I want to see whoever makes it into grand finals to use the space stone. I'm going to swap us.
Yeah.
There we go.
That would be like... remember that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire guy who was about to win $1 million, and so he called his dad just to be like, "Hey, I'm going to win $1 million."
That in Tetris is what I've always called rotating the square.
So if you are, is that clear enough for grand finals? right? It's considered 2 sets.
Yeah, no, that
Two
makes sense.
separate-
that makes sense. Because then,
separate chances.
dude, that's crazy. Because then one set you'd be like, I get to pick your characters. Next set, I get to switch your buttons. So you're giving yourself a free game kind of that way. Or you can even be like, oh, Soul in one set, because then you have to beat me 4 times.
No, actually, what I didn't think to look into is the person who... So, say the person coming from loser's side resets the bracket. They just beat the winner's side. Do they get all the stones? I don't know. I'm sorry, that's out of my purview.
Oh, dude, I'm totally doing that.
I actually
Chris Pratt.
don't know.
I'm doing the Chris Pratt gif right now.
Yeah.
I'm totally doing that
I wish
gif
I thought
right
of that
now.
earlier.
Holy crap.
I don't know.
Oh, you win the first set, dude. Yes, I think that should happen.
Me too. I think it should happen.
Yeah,
I think if there's a reset that the losers should have all of them, but I don't know. I'm actually not sure about this.
Oh, dude, that'd be so.
But that makes sense to me, right?
Yeah.
I feel like in thinking about it, that would be my go-to. Now the loser has all of them.
Dude, oh my god, that'd be funny. Okay.
So yeah, conceivably, then grand finals could be actually 4 games to win for each set because
yeah,
if you're in the grand finals,
well, theoretically, if you make it to the grand finals and reset, you could have used one of those stones earlier in the tournament.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Right. So theoretically, only if you hadn't used that stone. But yeah, you could do it so that the person's like, I'm going to use the soul stone. But then the guy does win 4. He wins 4-2, and then he's like, now I play the soul stone. Right. Yeah.
But you can only do one. So you can say in advance, yeah, I'm using the soul stone, or you can like wait until the 3rd game when you're up 2-0 and be like, Mind Stone.
Right.
You know, to like more or less guarantee it. So.
Dang. Okay.
Well, it's not that you have to save the stones until grand finals. You can like use stones along the way because when you beat somebody, you get their stone, and now you can use the stone. Right. So in the second round, even if you've used the stone in the first round, you would now get a new one in the second round.
Yeah. The craziest part to me, honestly, is that I just didn't realize that losers bracket will have no stone play.
No stones in losers
bracket, which is actually kind of cool then, because then all the zaniness happens up there, but then the losers bracket where you get eliminated is not going to have that kind of zaniness. And I think that's actually I don't know if that's what they intended.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah. But I actually kind of like that.
I'm with you.
I kind of like that a little bit.
I think that's cool too.
I think
that's cool too.
Yeah.
Right. I think the intention of the way that the tournament is designed, though, is that whoever wins the tournament ultimately has all the stones.
Yeah.
So, like, now you have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right, yeah. What would be interesting is, what if they like beat someone, you can only pick one of their stones or something, or they get to pick one that get to keep in losers. Yeah. That's too late now. That's not in the rules. That's not in the rules. But I think that would have been kind of neat. But in any case, yeah, no, that's true though. I mean, that it like they're saying that basically grand finals, one guy basically is Thanos. You have the whole thing, and that's kind of neat thematically. Actually, it's kind of neat thematically.
I agree.
Okay, I like that. Okay. And like I said, this is meant to be a fun tournament. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, this is silly, this is dumb, but that's kind of the whole point, right? Because we had 3 months to do this tournament. You're not going to get like some crazy Capcom Pro Tour pointsy kind of thing in that time. So let's do something enjoyable like this. And, you know, if the game can keep up momentum into the next year, you know, I'm sure they'll try their best to do a full year-long circuit with Capcom Cup.
Hope so.
With it as well. So there you go.
So from Random Nerd Chris, Reality Stone user changes buttons. Can the opponent change buttons outside of the ones changed by Reality Stone after the stone has been used? So I guess the question is, if the Reality Stone user switches 3 buttons, can you, as the player whose buttons have been changed, switch your other 3 buttons?
So here's a quick. So like a lot of people would ask, why would you do something like that, right? Well, let's take a look at this, right? So like theoretically, if they like let's say they swap these 2 buttons, then could you swap like certain buttons, like so they'll make it so that your 4 buttons are here? You see what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, wait a minute, if I swap this right, you put my fierce and roundhouse over here, so I'll move my jab and short over here.
Right.
You know, to kind of like make it more natural to your hand. Right.
I would say no.
Okay.
I would say you cannot do that because the intent of the stone is to screw with the opponent's buttons.
So they have to set their buttons first, and then you can swap their buttons.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that's a good question though. So no, yeah. Extensive says player X is in winners, player Y in losers. We're in grand finals. Player Y previously used Power Stone earlier in the tournament, but he reset the bracket and gets all the stones back, including the stone that he previously used. Can that player then use the stone again?
No.
No. You only get one use of a stone in the tournament.
Right.
Per person.
Yeah. What's kind of cool about that, though, is when you show up in loser's bracket, you could kind of, like, let's say you know the opponent's going to use Power Stone, and it's like Cloud 805, so you expect your first character's going to die. You'd be like, okay, I'm going to purposely pick the Soul Stone, right? But then, like, do you get to know what stone they're gonna use? You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So right. I think I didn't address this actually. So once a stone has been activated, it's been used. Time Stone can be used proactively or reactively. Okay. That's not really the same question. I guess the question is, what's the or? Is there a required order?
Right.
Right. Like, so can power users say I'm using power, and then other person says I'm using mind?
Right. Or can you say I'm using power? Oh, okay, let me switch my team to a Soul Stone use, so I can bring my character back to life.
I see what you mean.
Right.
I would say no. I would say that everything has to be ready to go. And then you announce it.
Right. Okay.
So I feel like the way it should go is basically blind pick.
Yeah.
Basically like blind pick. Like you don't know what
you pick everything, and then you decide to use the gem, and then you rearrange the buttons, or you change their characters, or you get to use the power. Right?
And so if your opponent uses Power Stone, you can't then retroactive. So you can't react and say, okay, I'm using, mind, right? You have to both announce it to like separate judges, like in blind picking, right? Like you have to. That's
because the thing is, if they
announce in advance,
because that's the other thing too. Like, let's say your team is Dante Ultron, right? But you know your Dante's super good and your Ultron's not good, and they're like Power Stone, so you swap the order,
right?
So you sacrifice Ultron and get to keep Dante, right? So you probably cannot do that.
I don't think you can do that. No, and on top of that, if you think about it, the value of Time Stone is that it allows you to negate somebody else's use of a stone. And that value would be lessened if any stone could be used in reaction.
Right.
Yeah. Like, the use of a Power Stone doesn't matter if the opponent also has Mind Stone going and changes your characters, because you don't know these combos.
Right. Yeah.
So Time Stone would be devalued if that were the case.
Okay.
I feel like the only one that can be used retroactively, or the only one that can be used reactively is Time Stone.
Right. Okay. Got it.
All right. Is that it?
I think so. This has the potential to be a disaster, but it also has the potential to be one of the most entertaining things ever.
For sure, dude.
Honestly.
I think it's hilarious.
But we should mention, so if people don't remember, Battle for the Stones. We forgot to mention this last week, but Battle for the Stones rules came out. They are not using the patched version. They have to use the previous one, which includes HSD, which does not have Winter Soldier, Black Widow, or Venom.
No balance changes.
Yep, no balance changes. They have to play the one that they've been used to.
There was an interesting question up there I just saw. Can you scroll up just slightly?
Sure.
I think that...
This one here?
Yes, okay. So if a player commits to using a stone, and then his opponent is switched because of Space Stone, is he still committed to using his stone? What I would say to that is that there has to be an order of operations, right? And so the order of operations has to be space at the beginning.
Right. Like, is anyone using the Space Stone? No?
Right.
No? Go.
Right.
Too late.
Exactly. Because it would be absurd if somebody could react. Again, you can't reactively use stones anyway, but other than time. But it would be absurd if, you...
This feels like a board game at this point. Like, phase 1, announce Space Stone.
Yes, it's 2. Totally like Magic the Gathering. Like, you have to do the whole phases, for sure.
Make sure you untap. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Done.
So, speaking of Marvel, have you had a chance to mess with the new characters?
Yes, I did, actually.
I have not.
Okay.
What do you think of them so far?
I think they're very interesting.
I saw Kugi tweet. He was like, "I think I love all 3 of these new characters."
I really like them. I gotta tell you. So, I tried out Winter Soldier first. He has a stance, actually. Yeah, right. You put the little hand out, and then the little different button presses shoot guns or throw a mine.
Right, right. But he absorbs everything, right?
I mean, I didn't do extensive testing, but yeah, from what I could tell, it seemed like everything.
Yeah, people were showing videos of them just absorbing 100% of everything.
Like supers there.
Yeah, super. Like Zero's level 3.
Right.
So he just absorbs the whole.
And he doesn't even take damage.
Yeah, and he takes nothing.
It just goes nowhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it has instant startup or anything. You know, it's like it takes him a little while to put the hand out, but not that long. But anyway, even on top of that, he has what Chris always wished he had, which was jump up into the air, horizontal shot.
Yeah.
It's not just downward. He's got both, downward and horizontal. He seems like an interesting, versatile character. Like pressure options up close, but probably best as like a zoning, counter zoning.
Okay.
That's how it seems initially to me. I really like Black Widow. She has crazy movement options.
Dude, I was so scared that she wasn't going to be very good because she's the character that looked most interesting to me, and that usually spells doom for the character. But I've heard a lot of people saying that she actually looks the strongest.
She may be. Dude, her movement is super interesting, very unique. She's got that Ibuki flip over thing, but out of it she then does special moves.
Right,
and one of them, grapples too. And one of them can be canceled into another one of these guys. So you're like moving constantly. And you can do it from the ground too, and that allows you to do like her. So she has these 4 special moves that, you know, there's like a mine she throws out, there's a smoke bomb, whatever. There's like different ones. And when you do that out of the command jump, they all come out at different, or at least one of them comes out at different options, at different angles.
Okay.
So you're just like throwing stuff in different angles. Very interesting movement. She has a ground-to-ground command grab, a ground-to-air command grab, an air-to-ground command grab, and an air-to-air command grab.
I think I love this character.
She's got all the things.
I think I love this character.
Very interesting. You combo off them too.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Because she also has Shumagorath eyes too. She hits you with the bomb, and then she can tag into someone else, and then someone does a combo, and then the bomb blows up, and it extends her combo.
Right.
Or even for herself.
Right.
Like, oh.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like, if people are saying in the chat too, I feel the same way, that she's going to take a little while to maximize, because she has interesting enough options. I feel like basic Widow will be good. Like, she's just going to be a good character. But once somebody has really maximized her, she's going to be super good. For sure.
Okay.
And then Venom, I like his buttons a lot.
He looks the most straightforward.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I think he looks like
but he has really good movement even still.
He has web zip, doesn't he?
He does have web zip.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little slower, but yeah, he does.
Okay.
And he also has like Sigma air charge. You know, the like.
Oh yeah.
And he has the old Venom shark dive, whatever the real name of it is.
I just call it the fish head.
Fish head. Yeah, same thing.
Those traps.
And he has traps too. Right.
Like someone was showing that if you put 2 of them out next to each other, like you can't get through it. Like he tried to air dash with Iron Man, and he gets caught by the second one. Like it's crazy.
And the roundhouse one, you can, if you hold it, it will move forward. Like when you're planting it in the first place, so you can actually have it end up wherever you want to. On the floor. It's
not distance, like it's...
So short is only a little bit in front of
it.
Roundhouse is anywhere.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, they're all really interesting characters.
The trap is brand new. Venom has never had that before, and dude, it goes all the way up too. That you just can't run. That's basically Blackheart column on command. Basically, he just throws it down there. Can you hit it?
Mine.
Can you hit it when it's down there? I'm wondering. So.
Yeah, let me know if anybody's tried. I didn't think to try that.
Right, like I feel like you should be able to hit it like Zato, Eddie.
Yeah.
Just be like. Does his voice sound a little better to you than it did before?
It sounds fine to me. I thought it was okay before, but
it doesn't sound as bad to me as it did in the trailer. So I don't know.
You can hit it. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Okay. Sweet.
That's cool. That makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well. I think they're all really interesting. They seem versatile. I would say in particular, Widow seems really versatile, but maybe Venom is too. But they all seem strong.
They all seem really cool and imaginative.
Interesting,
honestly,
yeah, for sure. Agreed.
Honestly, like
Agreed.
A lot of people saw like pictures of Winter Soldier. They're like, oh, he's just going to be Cable Light. Saw Black Widow. Oh, it's going to be like Jill or whatever like that. But it actually seems like they're pretty significantly different.
Agreed.
So that's
and
cool.
even Venom, a returning character, is different. He has trap and stuff, and just some different normals too.
Mm-hmm.
The big forward fierce, the like
the
jaw
choppy thing. Yeah.
It's a crumples.
Jeez, that's right. Yeah. I saw that. That. Huh.
Yeah, they all seem really good. So I only put like an hour into all three of them total. I didn't have that much time today, but after this weekend, I'll definitely try them out more.
I mean, we've been talking about this, Olaf Redland, who does a lot of stuff with us, research-wise and stuff like that. We're probably just all going to get together and just, like, play and stream it one day. I mean, it's not going to be great. We're all learning the game, so... Yeah. But I think it would be fun to do that. So.
I think so, too. I like, if Marvel were my main game, I think I would try to learn Widow, because I think she's super interesting. But I just don't see... At least for me, I don't see anything close to maximizing what she can do unless you're like, that's your focus.
Right.
It's like figuring out Widow.
Black Panther is the same way, actually. I feel like he's another character you just have to put in time with. I feel like he can be good. I know a lot of people say that he's kind of weak. Like I said, I still my theory team. I was actually explaining my theory team to Olaf, and he was like, interesting, which is the Hawkeye Black Panther team. Because also you want to end everything in ice, and then you get like restand mix-ups with Black Panther, which are super powerful. So
I think he's pretty good, man. Yeah. I don't think he's ass.
Yeah. I
just think he's not a Marvel 3 type character. He's not. Yeah. He doesn't fill an obvious role, but he's really good at setting his teammate up to where they want to be on screen.
Yeah.
If you want to be up close and then mix up, Panther is super good at just getting there. He's just there. He is. Or if you want to start zoning, like with Hawkeye, you just want to get away super fast. Well, jump to the wall, and then here's Hawkeye. He's like sets his teammate up super well.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly enough, my Black Panther Hawkeye team is designed to be a back wall fighting team, which I think is a super cool idea. So, and it's hard to keep Black Panther in the corner too, because he can bounce off the wall and go to the other side anytime he wants, right? So even if you try to push me into the corner so I can't back wall, I'm just going to be Black Panther. I'm going to fire arrows, Black Panther the wall, jump to the other side, tag back into Hawkeye, fire arrows, tag into Black Panther. Now I've got this yo-yo attack. Basically,
cool,
is how it's supposed to work. I just have not actually sat down and ever tried it. So first time I'm going to use it, it's going to be disaster for a very long time.
Good.
So,
and did you see Phil Kevin's Hawkeye this weekend?
No, I didn't.
It was super sick, man.
Oh, I need to go watch that. Which event was that at?
It was the online.
Oh, the online qualifier. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I gotta go look up his matches.
He lost, but it was sick though.
Yeah, but dude, Striker, seriously, like I'll just for example, if you actually end a combo with the ice, so you do ice with Hawkeye and immediately tag into Black Panther. Let Black Panther run in part way till he starts to skid, then go off the wall and jump off with, I think it was light kick or one of them, but you can hit with jab on the way up on a standing opponent. And if you chain into Fierce, the Fierce is a cross-up. So it goes jab into cross-up. So you'll hit them, and it's not a combo.
Yeah,
it doesn't combo, so it goes jab, and the Fierce hits on the other side as a cross-up. And you always get to restand them on that. But if they start saying, oh, well, I predict that, then you jab and then do command dash to the ground and then go low on the front. So you've got that mix up there as long as you can end your combos in ice. And then every single time, if you need Hawkeye a screen away, that's easy because Black Panther can go to the wall 100% of the time from anywhere. Attack, wall, tag, Black Panther, Hawkeye come in, start shooting some arrows, let him lead Black Panther to come in because since Hawkeye is attacking you from a screen away, you tag in Black Panther comes into where he's most optimal, which is a screen away, jump on the wall and do some crazy shenanigans.
I think you should try it.
My whole team is based off the back wall, and I think that's a cool idea. So.
You should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else to talk about? What are we doing?
Not much. Just Capcom Cup is going to be this weekend. It's going to be super cool. It's going to be super fun. We've been putting out videos. They've been showing up on Capcom Fighters TV for part 1 and part 2, and then they come out one day later on our channels.
Yeah.
So we put up the first part today. We're going to put up part 2 tomorrow, which reminds me I got to upload part 3 and part 4. So
okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out on youtube.com/Capcom Fighters TV.
Yeah.
Are we, as to say, James, me, Steve, and Steve, the only commentators for Capcom Cup? I don't think so.
No. For Street Fighter, we will also have, if I'm not mistaken, Vicious,
Yeah.
and F-Word.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and then Marvel will have their own set of commentators,
Yeah.
which would be Yipes, Persia, and Ringe.
Yeah,
if I'm not
and
mistaken.
the top 16 of Marvel happens on Friday. So the same day as the last chance qualifier for Street Fighter.
Okay. And the top 8 happens, or the top 4?
Grand finals.
Oh, only grand finals on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear that there's a third Gohan?
I did. Yeah. There's now
Cool.
adult Gohan.
Yeah. So there's adult Gohan, baby Gohan, and Gohan plus
I actually
somebody.
didn't know that there was 3 Gohans. I thought there was only the young and the adult. There's a third one?
Yeah, there's like the combination character, right? Isn't there like
Tanks?
Go Tanks?
But that's not Gohan, though,
Isn't
right?
that Gohan plus Trunks?
I think it's their, like... But it's like a completely different character.
Right, isn't that true? No, isn't that I don't know. Goten and Trunks. That makes sense then.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, there's like at least 5 characters that look the same to me. I always think back to when I first started playing Third Strike, right? 15 years ago, literally. I remember thinking, am I ever going to be able to tell the difference between Yin and Yang? I remember thinking that.
Oh, really?
Like week 2 of me playing this game, right? And obviously I did. I figured it out.
Yeah.
But I look at DBZ
So
now, and it's like, I'm sure that I've already seen all those moves that I saw Adult Gohan do earlier today when I watched that trailer. Like, am I ever going to be able to tell the difference?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll figure it out, but it's
really the difference of the hair, I think, right?
Is it
They
the
all
hair?
look the same, but they're different.
Oh, I mean, clearly there are some differences, but, like, can I see it on the fly? Definitely I cannot right now. But
Right.
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's just... Whatever. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to the game. It doesn't dampen my interest in the game. But it just... Whatever, man.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, anything else besides Capcom Cup coolness coming up this weekend? Again, there was the arcade mode stream recently, which basically I guess they weren't allowed to demo a lot of stuff there. We didn't get to see a lot on there.
They did show some second V triggers.
Yeah.
And
it looked like they were doing low strong, stand strong with Ryu as a combo, or...
Just didn't know what they were doing.
But I mean, was the computer just not blocking in the middle of that? Or is that not a real... Oh, that wasn't a real... It wasn't an actual combo?
No.
Oh, dang it.
But Ryu's V trigger is a parry.
Yeah,
and it crumbles.
It's a focus combined with parry, which was really interesting.
Yeah, it's a crumble.
Right.
They showed some others. Nash has,
Yeah.
run into up kick or run into...
It was funny because I was watching it and I saw, Chun-Li has Kikosho, which you can charge up to do more hits. Ken had the Shinryuken, which you can mash. And I was like, they just seem like combo extenders.
Right.
But then I was thinking about it. Actually, a lot of the ones that existed kind of were like that
They already
already.
were,
So
like in practice.
Yeah.
Like the way that Ken's worked was just like here's
exactly.
The way that Zangief's works is just it's a combo. Like,
Right.
it would be cool if you could do the mix-ups, but none of them are real.
Right.
So
exactly.
just do the combo.
It's a combo extender essentially.
So it actually is kind of how it is.
So yeah.
Fangs is just a pile of garbage. So whatever the second one is.
I mean,
is what I'm
Zangief's is only really interesting when you do it as a meaty vacuum, because then it is the real mix-up, right? You do
plus
get that,
10.
right? So
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't get to see a lot of what we wanted to see from that stream. So hopefully it's going to be playable at PlayStation Experience. So we'll have a chance. You're going to see a lot of phone footage at that point.
Yeah, like if nothing else, I'm sure somebody will just like sit down and get all the V triggers.
Yeah. So just get ready for that. And if you're in town, make sure. Remember, when you watch the tournaments on Friday and Saturday, that's free to come in and spectate at the Anaheim Hilton. But in order to go to PlayStation Experience, you need to buy a PlayStation Experience pass. So make sure you do that if you do intend to go in there and play that. And rumors of Soul Calibur 6 or whatever. Like that. Yeah, people have been talking about that. I mean, I'm just like, don't get your hopes up because, I've been burned before, kind of thing. So,
But the James still burns.
But the James still burns?
What do you think about Mega Man 11?
Oh, that's right. It looks kind of weird right now.
It looks like he runs really slowly.
Yeah, I was about to say, the movement looks very molasses-y.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if you watch that trailer carefully, you can tell there's only one stage, there's only one sub-weapon. I bet you that's the only thing they've developed so far.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Super early.
Yeah, I think it's super early. They said late 2018.
Okay.
And I think that's just basically to give them enough room to be like, okay, we're going to release it on the 30th anniversary, but we got a lot more work to do, right? Because honestly, you should release it early to celebrate the year, but like, it's not.
This coming year's 30th anniversary?
Yeah, this coming year. And Scott, man, I tell you, man, if they just let me make like Mega Man 30th anniversary, like if I could make Mega Man 30th anniversary the game, I could have made just the sickest thing ever, but it'll never happen. So
that's how it goes.
Sad, dude.
I'm looking forward to trying out. Well, hopefully I get time. Probably won't get time, I guess, to try out Street Fighter V season. What are we calling? Season 3, I guess.
Right. I don't even know if we get free passes to go into the PlayStation experience as commentators.
That is a great question. I'm not sure.
Right. I don't even know if that has.
We're going to have time anyway.
Yeah.
But like last year, what they did was they had the Season 2 changes, or at least like an early build of the Season 2 changes at Capcom at PSX. So they haven't announced that that's going to happen this year. I don't think, right?
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, I think it was a surprise last year too. Right? Didn't we just like walk into it and they were like, "Hey, check it out! It's the new stuff."
I think we found out it was going to be like that from Red Bull Battlegrounds or something like that. Wasn't that part of the announcement that it was going to be playable there or something?
I honestly don't remember.
Because I remember people were saying that Cammy's new air throw was at that build, yet no one saw Cammy's new air throw. The terrible animations of it. Well, it was really funny. Like, no one mentioned how ugly it looked back then.
You would think they would say. But I do remember talking with some people at Capcom there, and not just me, they were happy to talk to anybody, about changes that were like gonna be in Season 2, but they weren't actually in that PSX build yet. Yeah, AE will be playable. Arcade Edition.
Yeah, Arcade Edition will be playable.
Does that mean Season 3?
Yeah, and are they going to be on machines where you can even go into training mode, or are they only going to be one-player stations at all? You know what I mean? And so you're going to have to fight against dumb computer all day. So.
Dude, watching the stream of them it was Harrison.
Yeah.
Harrison was playing Birdie, and he just wanted CPU Boxer to jump at him so you could do Birdie's new anti-air V trigger.
Yeah.
He just was waiting, and it never happened. The opponent never jumped. Oh man, that was crazy.
It sucks.
I guess that's about it. Civ 6 has some new stuff coming up. Yay!
Okay, interesting.
I've been playing as Poland lately. I feel like they're really good.
I'm honestly worried about Mega Man 11. I really am.
Really?
Because designing a Mega Man game is... because I'm very critical with Mega Man, right? I don't like 3, even though a lot of people love 3.
Mega Man 3.
Yeah, Mega Man 3.
From 80 years ago.
Yeah, from 80 years ago. I thought 5 was really bad, and I know I made someone sad about that. And for me, it's always been about weapon usage. If you can make the weapons good or not. And so if you design this, like Mega Man 4 is one of my favorite, even though a lot of people don't like it. But there was a weapon, the dust weapon, right, where you shot a block of junk basically, and you hit something, and it was split into 4, and they would go in an X pattern, right? There were certain stages where they literally put the enemies in that pattern. So when you shot one, it killed everybody on there. It felt like they designed it specifically so the dust weapon would work in that section.
Okay.
A lot of later games have it so that they just design stages and they gave you weapons and it just...
Whatever.
They in order to make the game right, you have to design areas specifically with those stages, with those weapons in mind. There has to be a very tight synergy between weapons and stage.
Makes sense.
And if they don't do that, and I don't know if they understand that properly, you know what I mean? So some of the later games, there was great stages where you could use the gravity weapon that just launched people off the screen. Right. But it used 4 bars. And so by the time you used it to clear 3 screens, you had nothing left, right? Because you can only use it 7 times. A lot of the games were like that. So it's really interesting. I could definitely, like I said, I could sit here and talk about Mega Man forever. I should do an Uncensored episode where I just sit there and talk about Mega Man all day. Yeah, so.
this weekend, do you think that they will reveal new characters in Street Fighter V? Furthermore, if so, which?
Well, that arcade mode tease had some very, very interesting things, right? A lot of the rumors have been Sakura, Sajam, Sagat.
Yeah.
Well, the Street Fighter 2 arcade thing had a conspicuous missing block.
Yeah, and it was in the same order as where Sagat was in Street Fighter 2.
Right.
You had Vega, Boxer,
Yeah.
M. Bison. Sagat's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there.
And Alpha, there was clearly a block in there as well that could potentially either be Sakura or Sodom, right? So Sadam, whichever one of those.
And you know, Sakura pedals don't necessarily mean Sakura.
That would be the biggest troll
It could
for
be
them.
Sodom.
And there was that Capcom EU or French thing that had that, who is this? You know, like really
very
blatant
obvious,
Sodom blurred and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope that it is somebody interesting. None of those three interest me,
Right.
to be honest. But whichever ones come out, I just hope for new ideas. Like, well, maybe not brand new. Like, I hope Sagat retains the fundamentals of his character. That is to say, Tiger Shots. But we'll see.
So like I said, I would like to see Sakura back to Losho stand short choke, and and Sadam. I wouldn't mind if he wasn't a grappler. Like I said, I really liked his grappler style in Alpha 2. In particular, Alpha 3, they ruined all of his grapplerness. He was not a grappler. You used V Sadam, so you could do back strong and back fierce and all that stuff like that, which again just shows how all close-up moves are way too good in footsies normally. But like, he doesn't need to be a grappler necessarily to be interesting, and I think it would be cool if he was a weapon stance character. Like, I would just love it. So if he was like size, if I would size, switch to the katanas, maybe switch to no weapons. So he tried to do the, because you remember when you punched him a bunch, he would lose his katanas in Final Fight, and he would fight by just charging into you. So it'd be interesting if he had like 3 modes.
Vega.
But even more stances and like
That'd be cool, man.
way more ability to like switch between the stances or something like that.
Yeah.
Advantages, disadvantages.
I would be into that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Well, anything else to talk about now?
Nope. I think we're good.
Paul B believes that Sagat is going to have a command dash, a command grab, and only be able to use fireballs in V-Trigger. We'll see.
That would make me sad.
For sure.
That would make me sad.
But we'll see, man. We'll see.
But,
Anyway, Capcom Fighters on Twitch, Capcom Fighters 2 also for the last chance qualifier in the top 32.
Yeah, I really do hope they change the characters a lot. I really, really, really hope.
But maybe not like that much.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it would be interesting. Like, I don't know, like, maybe Dawson should get a horizontal fireball.
Oh,
again.
do you mean returning characters?
Yeah. Like, maybe Dawson should get a horizontal fireball again. Maybe it just doesn't go across the whole screen or something like that. Or, I don't know, like, I just feel like...
Okay.
I hope that all the characters get at least something new outside of just a V-trigger. That's all.
I'm with you, man. So the birdie chain, by the way, is the V-trigger. It's not special.
Yeah. I had suspected that.
Yeah, for sure.
I did like that it interacted with the can and stuff like that.
That is interesting.
Like, you actually pulled him and then the can hit him out of the air.
Same with banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Moves the banana. Yeah, anyway, anything else? Oh, yeah, and of course, Battle for the Stones will be on twitch.tv/Battle for the Stones.
Cool. So that's going to be exciting stuff this weekend. Always kind of a crazy ramp up to this. Really excited to see who's going to win this. And, is it going to be Punk?
It's probably not going to be Punk because we all picked Punk, basically.
But it was your prediction. It was your prediction.
That is my prediction since March.
Yeah, since January, practically.
Since Final Round,
yeah.
which was March.
I feel like it was even before that. I felt like
February, March. It was one of those two.
Okay. In any case.
Anyway, thanks for joining us and hanging out. Bye.
I need some food.
Bird.
That was actually not the right tune, but you, at least that was,
You want me to get Meatball Parade up here?
No, it's okay. We can do this.
Ha!
Are you doing this?
Yeah. Meatball Parade.
You know what my favorite thing is? We put this at the end of our videos on YouTube now, and I saw one of the YouTube comments that was, LOL, who chose the ending song? And I just looked at that and was like, who could have picked the ending song? There's only one person that could have ever picked that ending song.
Listen to the song, it's genius. Have you ever heard a fartier sounding horn than that?
Would people rather have this be the ending song, or do they like the bird better? I think the bird is better.
I just imagine reading the sheet music. It says, make sure you play the horn just like a fart. Just make a real farty sound on the horn. Alright, I'm out of here.